What's up? Now I'm trying to get myself together for this lovely, lovely morning. Okay. I want to go out for my morning walk. And y'all just in my DMs and just like go live. You gotta talk about this. Go live. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I need to be outside walking. And I'm gonna give a special shout out to Bonita for sending me this story early this morning. She sent me this story, said, hey, you need to cover Tommy Sotomayor fight with somebody at the Fresh and Fit podcast. I'm like, what are you talking about? What, send me the tea, send it to my DM. Let me see what's going on. So I just so happened to look at, I went to Nick at Night page and she posted it so I could see what's going on. So apparently Fresh and Fit, Tommy Sotomayor was a guest on Fresh and Fit and podcast, and they were doing topics and stuff. But then they did the after show, and they invite like the women to come in and sit on the thing. So it was just one particular one female that was there that was saying that Tommy is a racist. He don't like black people. He don't like women. He coming against and just really was coming at Tommy next. So they start arguing. And so they started going back and forth, and he said, you a B, and they started cutting each other. The reason why I can't play the clip, because Fresh and Fit, they will strike your page, and then I have to go through a whole process to bring it back up, so I'm not going to bring it, play the clip. But he kept on a B, and then she was like, you a B, and then they was just going at it, just fighting. And then she hit him, they just going at it. And he was like, you dusty B, you this and this and this. And she was like, that's why your peen stink. That's why your peen stink. That's why your peen stink. And I'm like, why does she keep talking about this man peen? So I'm up here researching sis because I was telling Bernita to send me the tea. Like, who is this woman? She was like, she does OnlyFans. So apparently she must have slept with Tommy Sotomayor, and she talking about his peen stink. Now, this is the thing. If a woman come to me and say, hey, Wiley, your peen stink, and this blah, 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 if we already smashed, then what that say about your puss? I'm just saying. What that say about you? Now, if you go and sleep with a man that peen stink, you need to go ahead on what that say about you as a woman. I'm just saying. Now, I do believe that they probably smashed. Now, or her friend. Now, she have a friend that Tommy Sotomayor, they all came to Atlanta, her friend. Either her friend smashed and she told her that the peen stink or whatever the case may be. But my thing is this with Fresh and Fit podcast. Where's y'all security? Now, I just want to say this to the women, because this is not the first time that a woman went to the podcast and was disrespected, right? This happened. This is probably like the second occasion, maybe the third occasion that this happened. Women, why do you all continue to go to the podcast? Why do y'all continue to go there knowing that you're going to be degraded, knowing that you're going to be disrespected? That platform, and I researched it, they typically are against black women, especially if you're dark skinned. Why do you go to that type of environment knowing that this stuff going to happen? Why do you go to a platform like that to get disrespected? I, for the life of me, don't understand. Is it the clout? What is it? Why do you go to places like that? And I wonder, and I'm like, should I disrespect women? Because obviously it's some women that like to disrespect. It's some women that like to get cussed out. It's some women that like to be degraded. Because I'm just saying, why do y'all go over there? I'm just saying, why? What's the point of going to a podcast as you a woman and you're going to be disrespected? I don't know. Why would you go to something like that? So, but to Fresh and Fit, I personally believe like they bring Tommy Sotomayor on. I think this is the second appearance on the show because he disrespect black women. I used to watch his show, but I don't watch it because I don't watch it now because all of it is disrespecting black women, calling black women bees. He is the ghetto version of Kevin Samuels, degrading the black woman. Maybe because his mom probably touched him, or probably seen his mom get beat, or probably seen his mom get dragged by pimps. So he degrade black women. And I'm like, why do you do this? Why do you always do this? And I understand it. When you have, me personally, I used to call women bees. I used to disrespect my mother and call her a bee. we had a bad relationship. Our relationship was really bad. I was calling her all type of bees. So I get it. When you having a problem with your mom, you start degrading women. I used to call women bees. I used to women were evil. And so I understand. I get probably why he does it, and he does it for a shock value. And then now he's on OnlyFans. So I was gonna pay the money to go on OnlyFans, but I'm like, I ain't paying no money, that much money to go to his OnlyFans. But to that woman, I'm like, I'm here for it. Like, she was like, oh, that's on your peen stick. She was just ready. She was hitting him, boom, boom, hitting him on the arm. I'm like, no one would fight back. I said, let her go. And he was he had all this energy for this black woman. But when he was attacked by these conscious brothers at this event, maybe about 6-7 years ago, he went to this event and this black man attacked him and hit him because he didn't like him calling black women bees. And he went on live. He told me, I can't believe that this black man hit me for something I said on the video. Just, he was so hurt that he got hit. But when it was just this black woman, he had all this aggression, all this, that's why your weave is this, why your this and that. I'm like, whoa, bro, like, it's just highly disrespectful. And I'm like, why do y'all go to the Fresh and Fit podcast? Do y'all understand that with the Fresh and Fit podcast, I'm talking to the women that go over there and watch it, because I don't watch it. The only reason why we're covering this today is because it was sent to me by one of my producers, Benita. I said I was going to give her such a shout out. She sent it to me. She loved watching the Fresh and Fit podcast, and all she does is complain about the Fresh and Fit podcast. And I always tell Benita, I said, Benita, why do you watch it? It's entertaining. I want to go on there, argue with them. Wiley, you should go on there and bring me as your plus run. But she always criticized, and she want me to say this. And she even said, Benita, no offense, I know you watch my show, but she said Tommy was in the right. That woman was out of control. Why she acting ratchet? He should have knocked her out. And I'm like, I really need to ask Benita. I don't know if you listen, like, do you like getting hit? Like, I gotta really ask Benita this. Like, do you like getting hit by men? Because she was like, Tommy should have knocked, like, she should have got down. I'm like, whoa, like, what's the world going on? So I'm just saying, all of them, when it comes to this, with the Fresh and Fit podcast, and I agree, and I watch Storm channel. I watched this video while I was getting prepared for this video. I do agree somebody's going to get killed at that podcast. Like, somebody's going to have a weapon and just pop somebody at the podcast, and that's how they're going to get shut down if they don't stop it. Because what is based in the culture is you're basing all of this stuff when it comes to bringing people on the podcast. Liquor is involved, weed is involved, drugs is involved, cocaine is involved, and you allowing people to degrade black women. You're going to keep on, you're going to degrade the wrong one. She going to bring her pimp, or she going to be packing, and somebody going to get their head blown off. Like, you got to be very careful with having that environment on the podcast. So I'm just gonna be all the way real with you. Got to be very careful with that type of energy that you bring in when you do these podcasts, because it can end up in death. And so that's why the reason why I don't view the podcast, because I disagree with their commentary. Another reason why I don't watch the Fresh and Fit podcast is because they were sending out so many strikes to people's channel. They were just striking people's channels that played a clip of their video. They were just striking their channels. And I'm not a supporter. I'm like, why are you just striking people's channels like that? Why are you doing that? Talking about you using the content, and one of the particular YouTubers they did it to, they went to YouTube and said, hey, this was a certain, this is fair use, and YouTube took their side. And so I stopped, and that was another reason why I don't go over there or play their content, because they play dirty and they send all these flags to your channel and stuff like that. Why control the copyright somebody's channel? That's free promotion, Yeah, because they didn't like the commentary that particular person was doing on the show. They didn't like that particular commentary. It wasn't in the best light for Fresh and Fit, and so they sent them a copyright and to their page. So that's how I don't play their clips. But I will say this: if I was on there, best believe I'm gonna like. Why do we have to degrade black women? Why is that we have to degrade black women and think that's entertainment? Even though it is some black women that like to be degraded, because I look at the black women I grew up with. They grew up with the thugs. They call them B's. They call them H words. I didn't rarely hear a man in the neighborhood say, "Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, queen. Hey, B, give my drink. Oh, hey, B, you know what I'm saying? Where my money at?" Like, that's what I was raised. I was raised in a hood. So I didn't hear a man, and typically the women didn't even like the nerd having their pants up, the nerd that wasn't chasing a dollar, the nerd that wasn't a gang. Typically the women, the hood chicks didn't want that type of guy. So all I saw, growing up was the thugs degrading women. And I thought it was normal to call a woman an H, a B. I really thought that was normal, honestly, until I got on. I'm like, oh my God, like this is not normal. Cause I was in high school and I was dating this, I was in a relationship, and it was like the first relationship. The first relationship, she was a thick girl, and this is the first relationship. I'm in high school, and she just told me, "Hey, you need to get a haircut." I'm like, "B, what did I say to her?" I was like, "B, shut your mouth. You sound crazy." And she was like, "Whoa, like, did you just call me a B?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Don't." I think she slapped me or something like that, but I just called her B like right in there. And then I called another chick. I was in high school and I had called a B. I called her a Dusty B or something like that. Then she slapped me in the lunchroom. Like, I used to say the B word a lot because that's what I saw the other guys doing. And I like every time that I would say it, I get slapped or punched or something. So I'm just gonna be real with you. I was ruthless in high school when it came to women. So I'll never forget her name. Okay, I'm not gonna say her name because y'all probably gonna like Facebook it and interview her. People out there. And she was a twin right there in Chicago Military Academy. I was in the lunchroom. I called her a B, and she just slapped me really up in the lunchroom. And I was shocked. I'm like, why she slapped me? And I was embarrassed. Everybody was like, oh. I know I wasn't gonna put hands on her and stuff like that. But I did call her that, and I deserve of that because I thought it was normal. Honestly, I did. I don't do it now. I respect women. I say, "Good morning, queen. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Cool." I don't too much use the B word unless I'm in the bedroom. Okay. So back to Fresh and Fit podcast. I don't know who view it, and I don't know if we want to take callers, but I would like to say good morning to each and every one of y'all. But I want to say to that queen that was letting Tommy Sotomayor have it. I'm like, that's the queen I'm talking about. She was letting her have it. I'm like, yes, this is what it needs to be doing. Let her have it. It's one thing to be behind the screen calling women black bees, but it's another thing to meet a queen with them hands. You gotta be very careful with that. And one thing she kept saying that his peens stink. And I'm like, why she and then she said in the video, "That's why I ain't let you F me. That's why I ain't let you F me. You wanted to F me. You want to F me." And I'm like, it's just really going in. I'm like, this is so ghetto. Now, I would have liked to been in that room and like record and like egg it on. I wouldn't even try to like break it up. I would have been egging it on, honestly. Especially if I'm like tipsy with some liquor. Definitely I'm gonna try to egg it on. Like, you gonna let him hit you like that? You gonna let her hit you like that? Like, I'll be trying to egg it on, honestly, in the background. Especially some liquor involved, trying to get me a good click in the view if I was there. But it's just a lot of drama when you are inviting a lot. You're inviting Tommy Sotomayor, who is anti-black women. You're inviting other women in there, drugs and liquor, cheap liquor at that. It's going to be violence. Somebody's going to say something. It's going to be violent. I know me personally, I'd have been there cracking up. I would have been in there cracking up. That's what I would have been laughing my butt off. I'd have been cracking up. So, and I didn't even know they was like based in Miami. I really thought Fresh and Fit was like in Atlanta, but they're not in Atlanta. They are in not in Atlanta, they're in Miami. Okay, that's what they in. So I'm like, okay, this is what's up. Okay, special shout out to them, and stuff like that. And I want to say this. I'm like, when I saw, like, I just saw the girl, like, she was really trying to, she was ready to go in on Tommy. So, and Tommy like, yeah, you be with, like, she was getting the best of Tommy. You could tell that Tommy can't fight, but this woman was ready for a fight. Now, no telling if she had mace in her purse or whatever. And it was like, oh no. I don't know the one that's mixed, not the dark chocolate guy, but the one that's a little lighter than him. He get up there and he had his headphones on. He's like, oh no. It was like extremely freaking funny. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram, but I do know Neek have it on her Instagram. I'm gonna post it on mine. But the reason I'm not gonna play it on my YouTube channel, unfortunately, they do give out copyright quick, fast, in a hurry. And I don't have time to be filing out paperwork, trying to getting it back and all. I don't want to go through that process. So that's why I'm just describing the video. So if y'all want to, anybody want to come on and speak on it, we will open up the phone lines really quickly, and we will definitely speak on it. Give me a second. I was gonna go on my walk, but I gotta do a training real quick. I remember when Tariq Nasheed ambushed him, he was scared. Yeah, he was scared. Yeah, almost definitely. So I don't know if y'all want me to open up the phone lines. Y'all want to speak on it when it comes to that. But man, I'm gonna tell you, man. Uh, 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 Tommy have always been arguing. So Tommy sent. I watched his video. He sent a text to the girl, not the one that he was boxing with, to her friend. It was like, "Why are you?" Because the one that he was boxing with, told Fresh and Fit that he was talking trash about them. And so he texts her friend and was like, "Why are you agreeing with this, B?" Because I'm like, he even said B all in the text, spelled it. He spelled all the letters out in the text. Why are you agreeing with the B? And then she was like, "Leave me out of it. I'm done with it. Like, leave me out of it." It's just like, it was a hot mess, but Fresh and Fit know what they're doing. They know anytime you bring Tommy Sotomayor on the show, it's going to be drama. It's going to have people talking about Fresh and Fit, the after show. And what do the after show do? It make people tune into the product. So I think that's very strategic of them. And sometimes you got to have like a Jerry Springer type of drama to tune in, because if you tune into the actual podcast that they were doing, it was no fighting. But in the after show, that's when they get into the drama. That's when they get to the drama. And in return, we're talking about the Fresh and Fit podcast. YouTubers are talking about it, so that increases the ratings. In return, that makes them get advertisers. I don't know what type of advertiser will promote a platform that degrades Black women. I don't know, but it is some brands out there that we having you promoting some Punani spray. Help you with your pH levels. It'll be some type of brand that will promote it. And I just have to come out this morning and talk about the Fresh and Fit podcast. And it's the first. I think this is my first time talking about it. Yeah, this is my
Your
first time
show
talking about
now.
the
Press
podcast.
1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 35 seconds.
Like, this is literally my first. I've never ever talked about the Fresh and Fit podcast. This is like my first time ever talking about the Fresh and Fit podcast. I believe it could be my first time or my second time. I can't remember. I know I talk about the Academics podcast, but I believe this is my first time talking about the Fresh and Fit. I believe, or it could be my second. But I
Your
don't.
show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Yes. So right now we are live. The number is 64671. I'm gonna put the number on the screen really quickly. I want to say good morning to you all that's in the chat, and I'm definitely gonna post the number in the chat that is here. I do want to give a special shout out because you all have been on it when we was talking about Wendy Williams. I do want to give a special shout out for the people that were selling, people like giving me my credit and putting it on there. We did send it to the blog. They annoyed it. We sent it to the Shade Room. We sent it to the Ball Alert. We sent it to the Neighborhood Talk. We sent it to all these platforms and said, hey, we left for a voice note to come back. And here she is coming back. And y'all put it a side by side. None of them responded, but they all seen it and they have not been posted. But we do send it to them. All right. I sent it to them. and stuff like that. And that's fine. If they don't post it, that's fine. But I do think that she was watching my live, either or her son was watching, or her husband. One of them from her account was watching, and then she did exactly what I say do. She did exactly that. She got out of that wheelchair, she walked on the beach, and she went on and she talked about it. All right. But we're talking about the Fresh and Fit podcast. We're talking about Tommy Sotomayor getting into it with this black woman. How do you feel about it? What was your thoughts about it? 5560, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Wiley. Well, it's like afternoon on my end. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not someone who's like into the whole violence thing. I feel like you should only ever really fight somebody when your life is in like immediate danger. I think they were like just drinking, and I think that is also kind of what like, escalated that whole situation. So, I wasn't really a huge fan of her punching Tommy. I'm not a Tommy fan or stan. I think I don't know. I think there's a pretty good reason why he's always, losing his YouTube channels. And I wish that same thing would happen to Kevin Samuels as well. But I was just like, I feel like you could have just, cursed him out from now till Kingdom Come, and you would have,
But I think like once you call a woman a B, and Tommy saying with that aggression, for her with the alcohol, with the drugs, with the cocaine, that's translating to the voices in her head. These are fighting words. I'm ready to box. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like, no, I definitely get that. I completely get that. But I feel like her hitting him completely played into all the stereotypes that like he, puts out on his channel, that the Fresh and Fit put out on their channel, that Kevin Samuels, all those type of dudes put out on their channel about like dark-skinned black women. So I'm just like, in my head, it just wasn't a good look. So that's why I'm just like, dang. Like,
but to me, like you giving liquor, you giving all of this stuff and drugs, you doing all this stuff, and you keep calling a woman a B. Yeah. She's going to defend herself. She's not going to be like, oh, I don't want to play into this stereotype. No, it's boxing. It's and obviously the Fresh and Fit set that up because look at the environment that they produce. Look at the environment they set up. You're inviting an anti-black woman on your platform, but they're not. But also, she was, I believe, allegedly, according to Storm, that she went to Tommy Sotomayor's house before. The first time when he was on Fresh and Fit, they actually linked up and she went in his house. I don't know if they smashed or not.
Oh wow!
But they have a little history. And so when she said, "Oh, your peen stick," and my only thing is, if it's peen stick, that means you smelt it. That means you must have tasted it. I don't know because she did say that. She must have tasted it, or she must have smelt it, or her homegirl must have smashed and said it stink. Because she could have said everything else out of the book. That's how your peen stink. And she said the D word. We're trying to keep it clean because we got all type of people watching us. For that point. But what would you would have done as a black woman in that space if a black man calling you, if Tommy calling you this B? Would you would have put hands on him? What would you would have done?
See, I'm not someone that like puts like hands on people. So I'm not saying that, she needs to be all prim and proper. Like, it's not like she was at an interview. I'm saying she could have met him with that same cursing him out type of energy and kept it there. I'm saying once you get physical, you absolve whatever, right side you feel like you are on. And you just now look crazy for punching someone who did not hit you first. So my thing is like, yeah, he was talking to her crazy. I'm like, then you should have spoken to him back as crazy or even crazy. Don't listen. I know over the phone, I'm giving, suburban white mom. I grew up in a suburb, but I'll get with you. If you come at me crazy, I'll get with you. But I'm just not for the putting the hands on people. Like, keep your hands to yourself because you look crazy or at least to me, you look crazy when you start trying to fight people.
I heard that. So we thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. All right. We're gonna go to the next caller here. Give me a second. We had a next call here. The number is 646-716-8447. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hello, Wiley.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. This Fresh and Fit podcast is a setup for chaos and destruction. I have seen this. I have seen them in the news too many times, Wiley, and I think it's time that we go ahead and get this show off the air. You do not hold a setting to come and disrespect the Black women that you invite on that show. Tommy Sotomayor is one of those guys who has been hurt. I honestly think this man has mother issues. When you see guys like that, Wiley, they have mother issues. The way he got up and disrespected that woman, and according to her, allegedly, because she's on Wiley Show right now, and she said that Tommy wanted to do OnlyFans, and she said no. See, he's the type of guy, Wiley, that want to get physical when you turn him down. We as women have the right to reject guys, if we feel like it. That does not give you the right, Wiley, to put your hands on people. Let me tell you something. Tommy Sotomayor, all those men, I'm calling out the men. Where are the real men, Wiley? I'm calling out the real men because y'all sat there and let that man get up in that woman's face like that. I don't care if she was the aggressor. You as a man, don't put your hands on a woman. Because, Wiley, if it was me, let me tell you something here. Now, there is one amendment I'm going to follow by, and that is the right to bear arms. When your hand come up and try to hit me, Wiley, whatever happens after that happens. If you threaten me, I will protect myself. The men couldn't protect her in that room. Young lady, follow your constitution right, okay? When you go back in that room, because let me tell you something. These men will attack you. Tommy Sotomayor is a wild animal, a very wild animal, Wiley. I cannot believe this man sat there and attacked that Black woman like that. And it's Black men that look just like us that attack us for no reason. She did not want to sleep with you. Why? What gives you the right to attack this woman? And Wiley, the woman said that Tommy Sotomayor was texting her and she was ignoring him. See, y'all sit here and talk about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, but that's a stalker. That woman told that man no, and he could not delete her phone number. He kept harassing her, sending her text message after text message. So when they finally saw each other in public, and she made a comment about his body part that probably was true, he felt like a little man inside that room full of people, and he got violent. Wiley, we do not hit people. It will lead to consequences. And Fresh and Fit, everybody that's listening to Wiley Show right now, we call for a boycott and a petition to get that show off air. Wiley, they need to be off air. I see they got some association with academics. That's enough reason right there to get them off of air. They only host for chaos. I have not seen nothing positive come from that podcast, Wiley.
Oh,
and I'm sick of it. Wiley.
All right, sister. I'm definitely here. I know you're probably going to start a petition, and
absolutely.
But this is what I'm going to say. People, your sister, Black women are supporting this. Why do they continue to go? Why did she continue to go to the podcast knowing that Tommy was going to be there? So it's obviously you want the vibe.
She didn't know.
Okay, she didn't know Tommy was going to be there?
She said she didn't know because Tommy, see, this is what happened, Wiley.
Okay.
Tommy allegedly wanted to sleep with her and her friend.
Uh-huh.
And her friend was the one who scammed him out the money. That's what allegedly the friend said. She was the one who said, go ahead and finesse him because he's the type of man that got to pay for it because he can't get it. So he was paying for it, Wiley. And when they finally saw him, he looked at that girl and probably was thinking, you're the girl who did not want my money. So now you coming up in here trying to act all big and bad like you're something. And he felt a little because, let me tell you something about us women, Wiley. Now, we do talk and we do tell our girlfriends, oh, he ain't nothing. Oh, he's something. Oh yeah, he good. We do that, Wiley. So her friend probably said, oh, he's nothing. He's nothing. And he knew that. So that's why he got violent. See, when your feelings are hurt, you get violent. That's what happened, Wiley. So, I don't understand. Black women, stay off of that show. That's all I can tell you. Stay off the show.
All right. But we thank you so very much, Sister Conservative, for calling in. All right.
Okay, Wiley.
Okay. Man, we up this morning. And some people, if you're on East Coast, it's afternoon. Is it still morning if it's 11 o'clock or is it afternoon? Y'all let me know in the comments. 5347. You live on the Wiley Show.
Wiley.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
Okay. I have been following this since Meek at Night first posted it.
Okay.
The reason why she hit him, she buried her father Monday. And he said, that's the reason why your dad did.
Really?
That's what made her hit him.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, okay. He said that to her?
If you go back, he said that to her.
Wow.
If you go back, right before she hit him, when she had the mic in her hand,
Okay.
he said, that's why your dad is dead, and she swung.
Wow. Well, that's fine. If anybody do that and say that, you know it, you gonna get hit. That's what you gonna hit. Especially liquor is involved and everything.
Now, I'm not for it. I'm all for keeping your hand to yourself. I feel that he was probably saying some little slick stuff to her while he was sitting beside her, because it's ironic she had to sit right beside him. And she said she got there late because she's on Kwame Brown right where she was doing an interview talking about it. And the girl said she'll tell what he said about Fresh and Fit for $10,000. Now, whoever paid that $10,000, I have a story I can tell you that I promise you it'll be well worth that $10,000.
Wow.
But that's how much she wants to give out. But baby, I'll give you a story. But I had to say that. That was funny to me. But she, but when he said something about her dad, and her dad just got buried Monday, that was her reaction.
That's crazy.
Plus, she said during the show, he was saying, like if you fly a woman out and she don't give you no pussy, or she don't sleep with you. She said he was thinking she didn't sleep with him. Her friend did. She said, but he stank with his clothes on.
Well, he didn't shower. Oh man.
Hell, but come on, wait a minute, Wiley. There's some folks that shower or bathe, and it don't help that smell.
Oh man.
And she said that he was talking smack, and that's when she was like, okay, so what you saying about me? And she said that, that they did split them apart, that the security was told to stay with her, and they escorted him off.
Wow.
And DJ Academics is, telling them how to post it.
All right. Well, we thank you so much for giving us the inside scoop of the stuff. Thank you so much.
So go to Kwame. I'm gonna send you the link for Kwame Brown.
Okay. All right.
And the timestamp.
Okay.
Right,
thank you. Thank you, sis. All right, man. The phone lines is open. Man, the number is 646-716-8447. 3071. 3071.
I just want to know. Hello. I just want to know, as women, when are we going to realize that we can't hit men? Of course, self-defense. But as far as you hitting a man first because of something he said to you, you're just opening the door for that man who has a lot more strength than you to really hurt you and possibly KILL you. He is somebody that I wouldn't even meet up with. And if you are to meet up with him, then you should know what type of problems Sotomayor, whatever, however you say his name, is gonna bring. He is problematic. He is bitter. He acts like he is a woman scorned. That's nobody I would have around me because I know he would tempt me to actually want to put my hands somewhere that I shouldn't. And I'm the type of female where when I'm out, I'm not yelling at my husband. I'm not making him feel less than. I'm not opening the door for anybody to disrespect him. And maybe that's because my husband just has the same respect for me. But those women also put those men in a position to where do I defend or I don't? And those podcast men, I can't even say that they're really men because of how they act. Kevin Samuels has opened the door for these other people to come on and just fill us with hate on women. Men and women have been how they have been for years. Going back to that girl, whatever he said about her deceased father, she just should have just moved on and not even been there. And I do have a question. When she said that his peen stunk, how close was she to it to smell it? If she was close enough to have her mouth on it, did she still, suck it? That bothers me. Was she smelling his booty while she was down there? I have so many questions. And I remember this one guy, and I'm gonna try and make it short. Whenever I hear men peen stink, it takes me back to this man who peen stunk like throw up. And I only knew of it because my friend, the scent was on her. It was on her hands. And I even asked her, I said, you come in the room smelling funny, you smell like throw up. She was like, well, yeah, that's because I had finished messing with so-and-so. That's back in my younger days. Whenever I hear a man peen stink, it makes me think of throw up and that they are not cleaning the way that they should. And if you are messing with somebody who is not cleaning, you aren't either.
Oh, well, all right. Well, we thank you for breaking it down to us, sis. Thank you so very much for calling in. Oh, man. Okay. 7390. 7390. Hello. 7390. All right, we're gonna go to the next one. 9498.
Hey, Wiley. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay, let's get into it. So, Tommy, he just gives me angry black women vibes. And my whole thing is, he looks like he does not bathe. So I don't know why people are shocked that he has a hygiene. And did she give him was it oral sex or fellatio or something? Because I just don't understand. And if too many people are coming out with the same storyline, not saying that it's true, because people do make up lies, but I'm starting to believe that he has a little odor. I just don't understand what's going on with him and black women, especially since he's a darker complexion himself.
Wow.
And then the woman, I'm just gonna be out there, put it out there. The woman, she's darker too. So I don't know. Is it because he wanted to be a woman? I just don't get it. What's really going on? Sis, what's the tea?
That's a good point that you brought up. Well, we thank you. But he would never change because he had been this way all the time I've known him on social media, right? Being anti-black. And it was disrespectful for him to talk about her deceased father. Like, that's disrespectful. And I agree with that, sus. I'll be throwing hands too if you say something against somebody that just passed away in my family. I'm throwing hands. Like, it's just, it is what it is. It's, you still there? Okay. I think she hung up. That's just me. I'm like, if you that boom, 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 like this, hey. But the video is out there. Man, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. We've been on here for 41 minutes. If anybody else want to call in, the number is 646-716-8447. The number is 646-716-8447. We do want to thank y'all for tuning in this early in the morning and talking about this subject. Listen, I want to definitely give a special shout out to Benita for sending it to me to talk about it. And I said, hey, I will cover it. I know a lot of YouTubers are covering it and talking about this subject, but I definitely want to say this. Black women should definitely know this, that you should go where you are appreciated. You should go where you are uplifted. You should not go to a platform where you're being degraded, you're being talked about in a nasty way. If you're going to a platform like this, then you're putting yourself in harm's way. Like, to go and get verbally attacked and be called a B and stuff like that. Like, you got to understand, like, it's plenty other platforms like the Wiley Show that will uplift you and support you that you can go on, or platforms. You create your own platform of your podcast. You got Angelique Yee podcasts that uplift Black women. I don't see why y'all go to those typical places, just like the DJ Academics on his podcast. I don't agree when he was going at a woman like that. Like, when it comes to that, these problematic men with a platform, why do women flock to that? It got to be something in your subconscious where you want to be disrespected, where you are attracted to a man calling you the B word. So we're going to the phone lines right here. 8027, calling you on air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. I'm at school right now, so I can't talk. I just got out for a break. I just want to say this. So I would definitely tell any Black woman not to ever go to DJ Academics Fresh and Fit podcast. You're absolutely right. Also, I noticed about those dudes is the same energy that they have for females, they never have for their own counterparts as a male. So they are, to me, very weird in that aspect. I haven't had a chance to look at what happened, but I don't even feel it necessary to look at it because it just gives them more promotion, and they just greenlighting the whole thing, striking anger amongst African American women. So people can go over there and watch and get their views up. So anybody listening, don't go watch it, don't support it. If you don't talk about it, it just goes away.
All right. Thank you so very much for the support of you calling in. But did you see the clip? Did you see the clip or you didn't see the clip? Okay.
I looked at your title. I just got out of class on my break, and I looked at the title. I said, "Oh, Tommy Sotomayor strikes again." When he was here in Cedar Hill, because I'm from Texas, and he called that lady all kind of black bees. I can just about imagine what he did to make a woman strike him. But
right, I remember he had got in a car accident with a black woman. Remember years ago, and he cussed that black woman out. I'm like, what?
What's wrong with you, black bees? That's why don't nobody want you. He was going crazy. To me, I think he had some deep-rooted mommy abandonment.
Her out.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, he strikes again, and they can see he can't get a deal with Fox 4 or 5. They don't even want him. They won't even use him as a coon. So y'all don't go over there and watch it. Don't get him no ratings.
All right.
Don't talk about it.
Well,
don't go support that.
Well, we thank you so very much for calling in. I mean, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Have a good day,
all right,
Riley.
You too. Bye-bye. 2637, calling you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
I seen the clip, and I see why Tommy only tries to fight women, because he fights like a white girl. You see him slapping, he's like slapping his hands and stuff. But I wanted to say this. Like, I'm glad you just mentioned him cursing out that lady in the van. But before that, when he went to New York City, my state, he got punched in the face.
He did.
And he cried and called us out. Tariq Nasheed interrupted his interview and came to talk
The same things he said he wouldn't say to his face. Tommy's whole disposition changed. He turned into his workplace Tommy, I guess, if he was at a 9 to 5 in a cubicle. But now, a black woman, he always got the energy for it. But on the flip side of that, we know how Tyreek is we know how Tommy is, we know how Fresh and Fit is. Why do y'all keep going there? There's no special black girl that they're going to treat golden. You know, and why would you even want to be treated by somebody special like that? That's where you have to learn to have more. I will give men that credit. They are more stick togetherness no matter what. Women, they always want to be the special one. You only need the respect of yourself first, and then you're going to find somebody to respect you, because you're going to have so much respect for yourself. Those type of people are going to go away from you, and you shouldn't get no petitions. Let them self-destruct. Their only audience is black women. Black women are raised to be male worshipers. That's why a lot of women will sit here and say, "Oh, she needs to learn how to talk to men, and she needs to." No, we don't. What we need to learn how to do is stick up for ourselves, have unity among each other, and stop paying these men attention. That's the only thing I need to learn to do. All right, Wiley, bye.
Bye. Oh man, the number is 467168447. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
So, I saw the clip. Tommy is a self-hatred black man. He really wish he was white. And the way that he disparages black women, I don't even understand why a black woman even wants to get with him, let alone suck his king, or to smell that it's funky. And I also don't even understand why that girl was even on Fresh and Fit, the way that they speak so crazy about black women. You seen how they did Asian Doll when she was on there. They don't even like black women. So I don't even understand that. You know what I'm saying? And Tommy is a B. He don't have that same energy for no nigga that has stepped to him or approached him, but he has that energy for a woman. Yeah, the girl was wrong for throwing her hand up at him, but they was wrong for putting them by each other, let alone when they seen that they was, getting into that little argument, opposed to the man grabbing Tommy, he grabbing the girl, which has just made her get more extra with Tommy.
That's true.
Yeah, instead of him grabbing Tommy, and instead of Tommy, when he seen the man grab the girl, move away, he was walking towards her, so he deserved to get popped. He deserved to get popped. Like, you just being blatantly disrespectful. He sits online all day and he just disrespects black women. But it seems like women like that. Women like to be beat down, tore down. They like to be, called all of these names, but then they get into this whole protect black woman type of spirit. But then they sit online and allow these men they be in these men chat rooms, giving them super chats and sending them money to degrade other black women.
And then Tommy said that she's jealous of the light-skinned one. Okay. And then he said, the blacker the berry, the dumber the bee. So I'm like, what? And you dark. Like, I'm like, but women line up to go to those podcasts. So, their fan base is probably 80-90% black women.
But they like to be beat down because, I don't even watch this whole Fresh and Fit. They call black women night riders.
I'm like, people.
They just went viral with the whole Asian Doll thing.
They
like,
did.
I don't even understand why people, and they get a lot of viewers on their channel. And like you say, 90% of it is black women. Black women love to see black men or men in general tear down other women.
Yeah, and I was like,
something that they prone to. But then when the shoe is on them, then they in this uproar about protect black women.
And I'm like, why did Asian Doll go? Well, she ain't really got no clout as an artist like that, so she need to go somewhere to get some clout. Because I'm like, why is she there? Like, do you not know the place that you're going? And there's plenty of other platforms that uplift black women, but people don't support those platforms like that, like they supposed to. It's like they are supporting the madness. Let's be real. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are supporting the Kevin Samuels. Y'all made Kevin Samuels rich. Y'all made him a staple in the culture. Black women did. So if you want that uplifting content, you must support it. Or if not, you're going to see people continue to follow the trend, fresh and fit strategy, or going to continue to follow Tommy Sotomayor, way he does it. You're going to continue to see more and more platforms degrade Black women because they're going to say, well, fresh and fit get all these views, so this is where we need to go.
I mean, Fresh and Fit is basically another Tommy Sotomayor. They just get more viewers than Tommy get because Tommy done got kicked off of YouTube at 11 times.
Yes.
So they get more viewership and they have more support. But Fresh and Fit is nothing but another Tommy Sotomayor.
Facts. They just know not to. Know not to say the B word, be so blatantly disrespectful. They know how to use other words, but when you peel the layers off, it's the same rotten fruit.
It's the exact same thing, just a different face.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. It's the same exact thing. So, like I say, I agree with you. But it's whenever, if people, as long as people continue to support it, just like how you was having this conversation yesterday when people were talking about music and different things, as long as people continue to support it, it's just going to continue to be whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So the people that love it is going to be the ones that's going to support it. So there's no such thing as canceled because who are we really canceling? Because they have an audience, they have a fan base, they have people that love to hear them say what they say. Tommy Sotomayor has a audience and a fan base. He has people that love to hear him tear down Black women.
Facts. All right, but we thank you, sis, for calling in. I didn't know you was gonna wake up this early to call in and speak on this.
Nah, I'm on a break, so I just seen it. I just seen that you was. I was like, I missed it. Wiley is on like 40-something minutes, but I just seen what you were talking about, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like I had to talk about it because Benita, she sent it to me, and she's a Black woman, and she watched, she's mixed, but she watched the Fresh and Fit podcast on a weekly basis, and she was like, I love the podcast, I want to go on there.
Yeah, see, I don't even watch that foolishness. The only thing I saw about them was when they went viral on I think it was the Neighborhood Talk or the Shade Room or whatever, when they did that whole thing with Asian Doll. Like, they just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, and
I don't even watch Tommy Sotomayor. Like, I can't even stand to sit and watch him call women 50 B's.
Yeah, he said that. I mean, I really tried to take off for the Black women, but he had came to the beef sector. I remember he had came to the beef sector and he was started talking about people in the beef sector, like the different YouTubers, right? And he was just calling people B's, calling Brianna B's. Like, he was like, B. He called me a B. I'm like, why are you so obsessed with just degrading women? Like, and then I heard that he not really good with his family, with his children. I heard that he was behind on child support. Like, somebody had doxed him at one point. And so he had went through a lot on YouTube, and then they had booted him off because with abuse and all the stuff he was doing on there. But he always get another channel. I don't know how he's able to do it, but every time he get booted off, he gets another channel. And people go and they subscribe and they watch.
He's tending to get booted off now because, see, I listen to Kwame Brown. Now, he did something about he made videos saying that Kwame Brown aimed a gun at his child, and he basically was trying to tarnish his brand. And then another podcaster pulled up the wrong Kwame Brown, and then they ran with that, which was really somebody that Ruby Rose is connected to. I forgot the rapper name, but his real name is Kwame Brown. So he's planning to do a Cardi B on Tommy Sotomayor and another guy.
What? Oh my gosh! It is something.
Yeah,
it is something.
He's planning to sue them for defamation.
Right, because I know
for trying to tarnish his brand.
Because I know Kwame Brown, like Angela Stanton was saying something about it. She was cussing. I'm like, whoa, what are y'all cool? Like, what's going on? Like, it was too early. Like, this stuff. Literally, I got information early this morning. So this stuff was really, really going at it. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Tommy just got issues. His issues with Kwame was because Kwame didn't come on his channel or he didn't answer the phone, and it just turned into it spiraled all out of control.
Jealousy
into this
too.
whole beef and that he done created, which is just crazy. And then talked about the man deceased mother. Somebody said,
hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But, I mean, Tommy Sotomayor, he's sick in the head. I mean, it's clear that everybody can see that. He hates his black skin. he don't like black people, but he'll have sex with black women, even though he talks crazy about them. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a self-hatred person. And it's the same thing with those guys on Fresh and Fit. Like that's not a platform for black women.
Wow. Okay. I'm just really saying.
Anyways, I don't want to take up your time. I got to get back to get back to work. So I'll just talk to you later. Thank you so much, Wiley.
Well, thank you so very much for the support. Thank you, man. I'm just
all right. You have a great day.
All right, you too, man. I'm just telling y'all, like, this man is something. He's ruthless. We got 2 callers here. Let's go to the next caller. 5271. Caller, you on air? 527.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Wiley.
Oh, hi.
My opinion on this, I thought it was funny. I'm not taking it serious because this is what is expected out of Tommy. This what Tommy do. He disrespects black women since forever. These women still go and see him, still have sex with him, especially dark-skinned women. So the dark-skinned women, y'all can't have it both ways. Far as Fresh and Fit, black women want to keep complaining. Stop complaining. Just enjoy the show. Just watch the show because we all watch the show. Then we get upset when black women get disrespected. But you keep going on the platform thinking that, oh, they ain't going to do that to me. Oh, I'm special. No, you're not special. They tell you every time. They tell you every day. And you still come up on the show and expect a different result. This is what they get. I think it's funny. The girl don't even care. The girl is, she went to an after party, still talking trash. So she the big one. She that girl. So that when the next guy beat her behind, then it is what it is. That's what she get. Oh well.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in. Give you a point. So you on the woman's side.
I'm not on nobody's side.
I mean, it sounds like you on Tommy's side. Look like okay.
No, I don't like Tommy. I don't like Tommy. Has a history of talking about black women. He hates his mother. I've been watching. Like people say, I'm watching him, but I'm not gonna go on the platform with him. It's one thing to watch and listen because we on YouTube, we in this space. That's one thing, but to, go around these people and then you pop off and get smart and you think that he's going to be like, you know what, I'm not even going to engage with you. No, this is what he does. And I don't know why black women are so offended with the B word so much. A man call you a B, we call each other B's. Why are you so upset about words? That's just like the fish word. Why are you so butthurt or triggered by words? I just be confused, Wiley.
Okay, so you're saying that not to be triggered over the words and stuff like that, but what if the word is disrespectful? Like the B word is very disrespectful to a lot of women, but if a man call you a B word, you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to punch him in his face. I might say, oh, your mother is a B. Or I might not, depending on where I come from, I'm not arguing with these men. I'm not going to argue. I'm going to be like, okay, you're right. And I'm going to get away from you. I'm not going to buck up to you because I can't be the man.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for your opinion. Are you a fan of Fresh and Fit podcast? Are you a fan of the show of Fresh and Fit?
I watch it, but I'm not a fan of it. I can watch a couple minutes and I got to take it off. I can't take them. But these women keep going on their show. Why am I going to be upset? Why am I going to be triggered every time a black woman get out of place on their show they kick them off, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, these men don't say they don't like black women. They don't like black women. Why are we doing this every month? Just enjoy the ride and laugh.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You never know who cold call into the Wiley Show. 8666, you're live on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Yes.
How you doing today?
All right.
Good. Okay, this is my view on the Tommy Sotomayor. Both shows are beneath me, so I really don't watch them. I have watched him before, but I didn't like his views and everything, so I just stopped watching him. As far as that girl punching him, I wish she had punched him into Kingdom Come and got away with it. Okay? As far as him calling her a B, that word will always be disrespectful to a black woman or any woman. Okay? We're still bringing up kids. Now you gonna tell your kids it's okay to call a woman a B? No, it's not okay. It's never been okay. Okay, so for a caller to call in and say it's okay to say that is totally wrong. It's disrespectful, and it will always be disrespectful. And as for the black women that keep watching them shows, stop watching them. They're beneath you. It's about clicks and views. Okay? It's about the money. It's a money thing going on. Okay? So, of course, they're going to try to put all this crap out here to drag you in to watch it. No, I'd rather come to your show and watch you try to help Wendy. Okay? I enjoyed you doing that. That's the kind of stuff that I like to hear. Okay? But this crap about Sotomayor, it's all garbage. It's all garbage. It's beneath me, and I would never watch it. And that's all I had to say. And thank you for your show. I appreciate it. I love watching you, and keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Well, we thank you so much for calling in, sister. All right. The number is 646-716-8447. Okay. 1462, calling you on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you doing today?
Doing all right.
Good. I just wanted to speak about this Tommy person. First of all, he is most definite. He's abusing the watcher, whoever watches his show, and women because of whatever he suffered as a child. Because it exudes. It comes out in every show. He's just a disrespectful man. Even when you try to, show him some respect, he just gets off on putting down, brown-skinned women, women who are in certain, he makes his shows off of women who may present, as a single mother, if they are in bad relationships. He doesn't have a good heart. I had one day, I just, became new to him maybe a few months ago or so. So I wanted to see what all the hype was about, his channel as far as him degrading women. And so I was doing my own little, research. And then one day I was in his comments a couple of weeks ago, and he literally went off on me on the air saying, how dare I ask him questions? He said my name. He basically identified me. And I thought that was disrespectful. I didn't appreciate it. So he wanted me to call up. So I called up. He had me waiting in the back for like 45 minutes and never let me in to ask my questions or to, address him. So the next morning I had left a comment in his chat and in his comments that I didn't appreciate how he disrespected me. So he said, I'm going live, call up now. So I prayed about it because I know that he loves to get off on women who, show their feelings, their true feelings and all that. So I prayed. He said, go ahead, what's your questions? He just started off in the negative. So I kept my monotone. I only remember one question because it was, from the night before, what have you. And then he just wanted to slowly try to like put me down because I asked, your daughter, you have a 16-year-old daughter. What are you teaching her if this is how you're talking to and saying things about women? So he didn't appreciate that I asked that question. And then he proceeded to try to put me down. And I just kept my tone, thanked him, and then I know that I was never gonna watch his show again. Because he's a hateful man and he's gonna get what's coming to him. I don't condone violence, but he's gonna get everything that comes to him because his heart is not pure. And that's what I have to say. His heart is not pure, and F Tommy. That's what I have to say.
Really, really, really. So it's on that part of that. So you called into a show and he disrespected you. That's what you're saying?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He just basically clowned me, like, because I asked questions in the chat. He don't like for anybody to ask questions in the chat. He want you to call up, but it's a bait. It's like he baits you because if you disagree with him, he basically then you get on the air and then he just starts going off on tangents. He tries to misconstrue what you're saying, what you're saying, and then it kind of goes left. So he just likes to bait people when they disagree with him. He has no logic to know when you can, like a normal conversation, people are going to agree and disagree with each other. That's how you have, a healthy conversation or a healthy argument. But for him, you disagree with him, he's going to go all the way to the left, try to bring you out of character. And that's why that's what makes, he makes money off of that. And it's just an easy way to be.
I want to personally say to you, I'm not the, human resource department for Tommy Sotomayor. So I just want to say, I just want to say that, sorry that you was treated that way, but I think that he will continue this behavior because people like you will continue to watch him or support his content. So he will continue to grow because people will continue to tune in. And until women really do a massive boycott like they did in Montgomery bus boycott and then ride the buses, until people are fed up and support channels that uplift Black women, he's going to continue with that bad, toxic behavior.
And I just wanted to say, not to cut you off, I wanted to give you a legal note. I 1000% know that you're not the HR department. I was only sharing that because that was part of the story. Okay. That's my legal note.
Yeah, I have to say that because because if we allow you get your grievances, there's gonna be another person with another YouTuber. They're gonna give their grievances. Somebody said in the chat really funny. They said that Wiley should add in there HR department for YouTubers because like people they come and they bring their grievances of problems that they have with other channels.
Yes, I do know because I watch you regularly, so I do get it. But that wasn't for me to air my grievance because I actually aired my grievance with him.
Okay.
And that was just part of the story. So I think you're doing an awesome job. Shout out to the chat.
Yes, shout out to the chat.
And I am your paralegal that sent you a super chat, and I'm the one that always do your legal notes. I'm the one who gives you a heads up when you need to do your legal notes.
Oh, okay.
So thank you, Wiley.
Okay, we definitely want to thank you. Okay, thank you for that.
Yes.
Okay.
I am your paralegal.
Okay.
Keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
All right, you too. Wow, she the one that always said the legal note. Yes, thank you so very much for that. Wow. Okay, the number is 646-716-8447. Listen, we've been on for an hour, and now is the time for you to call in. But I want to say this because, women flock to those platforms. If I were to start cussing out Black women, degrading Black women, the views will go up. It will go up. You will get men to tune in, and you will get women that will get turned on by that. So let's not act like it's not a niche or a lane for people to do that. It is. But I'm not going to do it. 5271, calling on air.
Hey, Wiley, I just wanted to come back real fast. I was reading the comments because I couldn't see the comments. And I just want to let everybody know, no, I am not a troll. These are my real thoughts. No, I am not male identified. If anything, I respect myself more than these women. because they go over there, they ha, they kiki, they want to be around these men. They give them money. They go on their platform while they disrespect the other Black women. Yes, I did say I watch. I go in time from time. If something viral happen, I will watch. But listen, I'm not going to be on this pedestal or act like I'm so outraged and I'm not. A lot of these people go over there, they watch, and now they so disrespected. Oh, Black women are not protected. Black women not this. But we are not protecting ourselves. We are not protecting our energy. Why do they want to go to a platform and just hear these men talk? Rate yourself. And give out all these dumbass, and give out all these stats. Give out all these stats. Or giving out these stats for one. If you a woman, you know you bad, you know you look good, why are you worrying about what these men say on YouTube? Because in real life, I am protected. I'm married. I have men that love me. Black men. I don't want to abort my Black sons. So all of this is rah-rah. That's all I wanted to say. Bye, Wiley.
All right. Okay. She's calling in. Is that a Tommy Sotomayor sympathizer? Y'all let me know in the chat. Let's go to the next caller. Anonymous, you live on the air. Good afternoon.
Hey, Wiley. So you woke me up to this hot mess, and I have to go sneak and watch the video. But where is the police? They both need to be arrested. This happened on a public platform. It's out to the world now. So where is the police?
I hear it.
They both need to be arrested. And don't she have a husband?
Hello?
I don't know who the lady is. Don't she have a husband? Don't she have adult kids? Are they going to beat his behind for putting hands on the woman? Where are all the tough guys, the gangsters? Is Tommy on the run now?
And you said Tommy on the run?
Is he on the run now? Because it looked like he's in a hotel room.
He's in a hotel room because they booked him to come to Fresh and Fit. So I don't know when he's leaving. So I don't know if he's leaving.
So why not leave?
I don't know. I think this ticket. I think he probably gonna get flew out maybe tomorrow.
He make all this money. I would just pay for my flight to leave. I got embarrassed on YouTube in the world. But I do want to know, where is the police? Because this is a violent case.
Right. The police ain't nowhere gonna be found of that. I don't know if the police, they probably will arrest her because she threw the first punch.
Well, something has to be done. You can't show our kids this. This is on the social media now.
Right.
Is it okay for a lady to try to attack a man, and is it okay for the man to attack the lady back? You're gonna have to call in and be a little messy.
All right.
And don't forget about the Tokyo. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you so very much. Okay, we're going to the next caller. 8929, calling you on the air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
Can you hear me? Because I got my headphones in. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. So I actually don't have a comment about Tommy, because people are going to be people no matter what. And I think a lot of people get confused on the fact that people are just going to be who they are, and it's either you're going to support them or you don't. I actually was calling because I said it in the chat last night, but I was wondering if you have like a set live. I'm actually like a new study, and I enjoy your content. I enjoy what you talk about, but I never know when you're going to go live. So,
well, you have to hit the notification bell because I don't do a set live, not yet. That's in the works for me to have like a set schedule. Because typically we are a breaking news channel, meaning when news break, I gotta talk about it. It may happen in the morning, it may happen late at night. So I have to follow where the story breaks. You know, I don't have a set time where I do my lives, and I may do that. I may debate on that, but when something break, I have to talk about it. So I don't know. You are not into Kwame Brown and to Tommy Sotomayor. You don't know anything about Fresh and Fit. So obviously you don't watch that podcast, right?
Yeah, no, I don't watch their podcast at all. I do know who Kwame is, and I do respect him as a man because I do notice that he does actually really support a lot of Black people. So I know that. But Tommy, I wouldn't even give it, from what I'm hearing, I wouldn't even give him the opportunity to even speak negativity into me at all as a Black woman. So I don't know why people feed into negativity because, you know, you're unnecessarily causing yourself. It's basically like self-harm to yourself.
Okay, you breaking up. You're breaking up.
Over you.
Okay, I heard that.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were breaking up, but thank you so much for calling in. You were breaking up towards the end. And now, thank you so much.
Continue to do your content. Continue to put stuff out.
Okay.
You've grown so much, and I'm just so.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. Bye. Let's get that cricket phone together. 2637. Call you on air.
Yes, hi. Well, I had to call back real quick. I wanted to say, as far as people saying the girl can be arrested, actually, no. There's a law saying a reasonable fear of danger. If somebody's yelling at you and they're coming at you aggressively, you don't actually have to wait for them to hit you to do something. You can strike first because if you reasonably are scared. And that's what you do. And once you hit the person and you get yourself away from the situation, that's when you're supposed to stop. Because if you continue to go on, that's when it becomes a crime. So technically, she may not even go to jail, especially with all the past videos of Tommy and his admitted self-hate of Black women. But anyway, and I also want to say, how come is it that, you know, that these channels are thriving once against Black women, but look how y'all treat other Black women. I just want to give a couple of examples real quick of different women. Okay, let's say like somebody like VS, right? She was doing it equally to men and women. But you know what she mostly went down for? How she treated a certain man, and he was gay. So Black women really went at her head, determined to take her down. Look at Tasha K. She does it equally for men and women in all races. And she's just talking. And y'all want to take her down for a woman that she talks the same talk, but she also gets violent, especially and only with Black people. And then we can look at this girl right here. Oh, I'm sorry, not this girl. If you watch Big Brother Cynthia, this Black man came at her aggressively because she didn't vote for him. Mind you, an Asian woman came at him because he believes in God and she doesn't, and she made fun of him for that. And she made started arguing him about some other stuff. The Black woman simply just didn't give him her vote. She voted for her friend because they was on different sides of the house. He came at her aggressively, and you know what Black men did? Oh, they probably just doing that to throw it off. He didn't do that to throw it off. Black men think it's okay to treat only you that way. Only you. In every situation, Black men had an excuse of why that woman needs to go down. And Black women are always following, but no matter what they do to you, it's always a reason why you deserve it, or maybe we don't know all the going on, so we can't really judge. If they can't find an excuse for that Black man, they're going to say, oh, we don't really know everything, so let's not judge. But when it comes to you, oh, you got to go. You got to go. So I think y'all need to take that in consideration when y'all be sitting here caping for these men who are never going to cape for you, including some of you sons. Men killing their mothers is going up, not down. So y'all have to start doing something, not just in the society, but in your own home. Y'all have to stop this. This is getting weird and crazy. All right, Wiley.
All right, we want to thank you so very much for your support, for calling back in. All right. I don't know what she was talking about, but we glad she called in. 0118 0118. You're live on the air.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, boy, wonderful.
Awesome. I saw the video. I saw how he was attacked. And it led me to think, okay, like let me look more into the situation and let me look up his videos and see what he's about. That man, what he said about black women is disgusting. You wouldn't even think that he came from a black woman. I was like, what's wrong with him? Like, it's so nasty. Like, one video I saw of him, he say, something about the blacker the berry, the dumber the bitch. And excuse my language. And I'm like,
okay.
Boy, who you think you like? Who is you? I was disgusted. I was disgusted, Wiley. I was so mad. I was like, no, I ain't like that. So he deserved just what he got because he kept calling that girl out her name and she punched him. Now all of a sudden he been live talk about he finna press charges on her.
You got to be very careful in Florida because that is a stand your ground state. So that you got to be very careful because that law is definitely on the books. But I also would say to women, will women stop supporting that podcast, Fresh and Fit? Will women stop supporting Tommy? Because women still going over there. They're still subscribing. They're still becoming members. So will they ever stop? And my answer to that is no. They're going to continue to support that in our community because to some, it's still entertainment. I don't watch the Fresh and Fit podcast or I don't watch Tommy. Only time when I watch it is when someone sent me a clip and I get into it for the show purposes. But watching as a fan, no. Maybe because you know what I'm saying. I don't watch too many YouTubers, period, unless you like my girl Nick at Night. I definitely get into her videos for my own ways because she make good content. So I'm not a fan of those other like degrading black women calling black women bees. I'm like, you ain't got nothing else to say but just calling black woman a bee. Like, can you just cancel that word? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Right. And then my whole thing is when you run your mouth like that, you have to face the consequences that come behind it. So you just can't be in this girl face calling her whatever, and then just not expect because you don't know what people at in their life. So if you get punched in the face, now you want to run to the police. Boy, what's wrong with you? Like, I was just like, he's weird. And I don't support his channel. I just went to watch his, see what he about because I never heard of him until now. Until I see you brought him up. I was like, let me go look him up. So when I did my little research, I did not know about you. And he up here talking like he's such this big boss. Boy, shut up. They be getting me so mad. Shut up. And then that Fresh and Fit show, I don't watch that YouTube channel either because they so disrespectful to black women. I don't even understand why black women still go on that show. I don't understand. But I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. Thank you so much for taking my call.
No, thank you. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
All right, man. The number is 646 8447. But another thing is, I call it the power of clout. The power of clout is powerful. So if you could go in a place for some clout, you're going to go on that platform. Even though you may be called a couple of bees, but you're going to leave there with some clout. So a lot of people will go on there. That's why Asian Doll was up there looking crazy, was on there because of clout. So a lot of people will definitely go on their podcast because of clout. All right. So I do want to thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. Y'all have definitely done a good job. Hey, y'all, please give us 2 thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. I'm super excited that y'all have definitely came through today. I did not think we was going to get people to come into the chat. Y'all came through when we went live. I do want to say special shout out to y'all for tuning in and leaving comments. It's just wonderful. Y'all just doing great stuff. So I definitely want to say awesome. Shout out to our new subscribers. I got new viewers that are coming every day. We're almost at 30,000 subs, and y'all definitely doing it by just viewing our product. And we do want to say thank you for that support for coming through. And I definitely want to say shout out to y'all. Y'all didn't have to do it. Y'all say, hey, we're gonna come on the Wiley Show. We're gonna do some commentary. We're gonna do this. Also, to all my two man and lady fans, we definitely gonna bring it back. We just been so busy. I know Conch has been busy. I've been busy, and I know Katie Talk 101 been busy. So we're gonna try to make sure we get our schedules in order so we can bring back two man and a lady for y'all can watch that for all the two man and lady fans in the house. We're gonna definitely try to bring that show back to get everybody. We just have been super, super busy. Show Whitfield said, "Great show, love you. Thank you so very much for that support. Thank you so very much for that support." But we also want to give a special shout out to All About the Tea because I do watch her show. I can't wait till she come back. She texted me yesterday. Incredible. I watch her I read her website, allabouttea.com. Another great person that I love and that I watch. And both of them are just beautiful people, just beautiful, great people. But I don't watch too much YouTube because I create content and definitely want to say this. And I also want to sing happy birthday to Zim Van Adams. Okay. Zim says, I want to sing happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Zimba Adams. Happy birthday to you. You. Okay. Okay. Somebody said I've been wondering about her and thinking about her and John Yates. Somebody said I would rather just see Wiley cancel two men and a lady. No, I like that because I like talking to other like commentators. You know what I'm saying? We come and do a live, we talk about it. We just do commentary. That's what I like. I like it. I like the show. I know we did it with Storm, we did it with 7 Stars, and we did it with Conscious, and we did it with Katie Talk 101. So I don't understand. I do a poll. Do you want me to cancel two men and ladies? I don't know. I like doing a show because I don't have to, I can just share the stage with just two people. That's the formula of the show. So it's a good show. And if you don't want to see that particular episode, you don't have to watch. But I do want to appreciate people that do watch because I got a couple of emails saying when it's going to come back. But we have been busy. I mean, Conch has been busy. I've been busy. And Katie Talk 101 has been busy. So once we get a set schedule, we can get all those people back. And we can definitely talk about it. And we definitely gonna make it work. Okay, I love it. It was a good idea. We definitely gonna make it work. I'll definitely gonna make it work for Conscious TV is a great friend of mine. I've been following him for a long time. People can't take him. Somebody said that he does witchcraft, and I've never heard him does any witchcraft. But we're gonna go to the phone lines. The number is 9867. We still talking about Tommy Sotomayor and Fresh and Fit. What do y'all think about that whole debacle? 9867, you live on air.
Yeah, so hi Wiley and chat. Yeah, so I saw the video and I'm listening and stuff. I don't like Tommy anyway. Like he is very problematic. He is just a bum. He talks about everything negative about the Black woman, Black community. He's just a horrible person in general. And I saw that video, and it's kind of like from what I'm getting from and I also saw the video of the girl as well, Shay Means, and she's an OnlyFans person, but she basically saw and got flown out to see Tommy, she and her homegirl, to his house. But it seems like he only smashed her homegirl and was like, nah, bro, I don't want to smash you. So I guess like whatever happened actually spilled over into the show. But I think what he was very, very disrespectful to her. And I think you mentioned about her father because her father died. And I think Tommy knows that. And I think that's what amped her out. Now, I feel like anyone who has tension should not be sitting next to each other in the first place, right? I feel like once someone keeps egging you on and say something that will trigger you, I just think it was just a reaction. And I think Tommy knew how to make her react in order to have that trope about Black woman being this, Black woman being that. So let's be honest, there was something that Tommy was involved in with a black guy or something, and he did not jump like that to like trying to hit the guy. You get what I'm saying? What Tommy should have done is like, you know, got up and was like, yo, Shorty, like relax, and then, you know, remove himself when he realized it was getting. So the thing is that men are very sissy-like, and some men are very sissy-like, and I'm not using sissy as like in a very derogatory term. What I mean is they don't know when to walk away. You see, sometimes when people are like pushing your buttons, you gotta be the bigger person and just like walk away. Like, don't keep pushing the button. And I feel like because he's someone he's calling her a B, she's calling him a B. It's like, why are you doing that? Like that's very, you're not a man. Like, who does that? A real man was like, all right, shorty, you got it. You can argue by yourself. I don't got time for this. Let me remove my seat. You know, like you want to, but you love that banter. He loves the banter. And he knows it's, and what he wants to do, he wants to show and validate to his little minions that black women are very aggressive. But I bet if she was Spanish and all spicy or whatever, she would have done the same thing. Let's not act like people wouldn't react the way you react. Now, granted, she did, you know, I guess they both attacked each other. But I think what pushed her when he said something about her father who passed away recently. He said something about your dead father. See, and let's not act like you wouldn't jump and someone talk about your dead mom, right? Like that, or your dead family member, especially if it's a fresh wound. All guys like, yo, now you violating me. Like, this is ridiculous. And that's what you jump. And I think he was a little, you know, a pum-pum boy to even try to fight a woman. Like, bro, what are you doing? I can't stand him, Wiley. I'm sorry. I know who's defending him is trash. The fact that Fresh and Fit put him on the show, that's very problematic. And again, I don't know why women go to these shows. Like, I don't know what's up with this derogatory kink. I feel like there's a kink going on where women love to be, you know, embarrassed and, you know, be derogatory or by black men, trying to argue with incels. Their thought is their thought. I would never put myself in any position with a Tommy on or a Fresh and Fit. To me, that's trauma. So I don't feel sorry I feel sorry for what happened, but I do feel sorry like you put yourself in that environment. You get what I'm saying, Wally? Like, it's kind of like, bro, like, look who's on the show. I wouldn't want to be on a show with someone who already hate black women, especially dark-skinned black women. He's irrelevant. He's a scumbag. He's had self-hate. How you blacker than me and you complain? Like, how dumb do you sound? Like, you sound ignorant. You sound stupid. Like, and I'm going to fester that, and I'm going to sit next to you. That's like me going to a KKK march and marching with them. Isn't that what Dave Chappelle did anyway in one of his skits? And it was like, wait, he's black and he didn't know he was black, but he was blind because he, like, whatever. But yeah, it's kind of like, why would you do that? And I'm overthinking it, Wally. Like, that's what I would have thought about it.
Well, I think a lot of people, they see that mighty dollar in the disrespect of black women, and black women have to be called to the carpet because they are supporting that. If you look at the demographic, I can guarantee you most of their viewership is coming from women, and it's a big percentage that is black women.
And that's problematic because these dudes are bum-bums. They don't got, let me tell you, okay, this is someone, I mean, I don't want to say where my education is, right? But like, I have a lot of male friends who are like real high value men don't say they high value, first of all, right? And in my little circle, most of my friends, especially who are guys, are like medical doctors and engineers and stuff like that. And I'm in one of those type of fields as well as someone who's a professional woman. And when you surround yourself with that, like the ignorance is very different. Okay, it's kind of like, and when I see these lowly black men who don't have any education, who they're very much were cornballs all their lives. Okay, this is how you know there's a market for this, right? Because they're kind of similar, or to me parallel to white people talking derogatory against black people, right? Like, and you got to look at the demographics in each community. No one does this but black men and capitalize on it. I have never saw a white man talk, or Joe Rogan talk so bad about white women and capitalize on that. I don't know. Maybe they do it, but they don't do it in the public open, right? You don't hear no Jewish man talking about their Jewish women. You don't hear about, even in the Indian culture where some, you know, Indian women don't really have as much rights. They're not going to go on some show that, from what I witnessed, the ones who are Americanized and, you know, praise their women, talk bad about them and be poking fun, because to me that's a horrible image on you. Like, and the sad part is, like, you're nothing. Like, you're underpaid. You're not educated. It's like weird to me. The other one's like, I sometimes like, are we in La La Land? And the fact that YouTube is capitalizing on derogatory against Black women, which is hate speech, and they don't say anything because you have done that to white or Asian or Jewish, they would have put you off the key. Look what Nick Cannon said about the Jewish people. They're not the real, like, Blacks or the real Jews. And he was off their head. Look what Whoopi did. You know, how she doesn't know the difference between ethnicity and race, and, you know, the whole thing with just making a misnomer. Not even the education was done. Not even the education was done. But when it was Megan, that was on the same show, you know, that white girl, Megan Kane, she went away with murder, kid, for a long time. So Tommy is very self-hating. She's an Uncle
Black women do not rally behind the B word. I believe who I'm about to say, I forgot his Neo said, and why do women, y'all dance to these derogatory lyrics? If y'all want men to change the lyrics, stop dancing to derogatory lyrics. It's nowhere in the world that you could be calling people the B word to Jewish people. They will immediately shut that down. If he was saying that, targeting Jewish women and calling them the B word, that he would immediately get canceled. Black women have to do a better job when it comes to that and rally behind and shut that down. But it looked like they support that instead of them saying, okay, let's protest, let's band together, shut them down. We are going over there and we are supporting that. We're watching, we are subscribing, we're becoming members. So that's something that Black women are going to have to come to. Do you want to be not called a B, or you're not going to go? It's going to have to be them, right? But just like the gay community rally behind and say, hey, you can't be saying the F word, you can't be saying the S word. You know, they really rally behind that. And if you want a career in this business, you can't be going around calling gays the F word if you want to be successful in this business. Because look at what they did to Kevin Hart. He's still apologizing towards the LGBT community. But until Black women come to their senses and say, hey, I don't like this, I'm going to rally behind them or protest, then we will see some change. But until then, I think it's a trend to degrade Black women because it's a market for that. Kevin Samuels show how profitable you can be. Tommy's showing you how profitable we be, fresh and fit, and it's going to be more and more and more that's going to come and do that.
I totally agree. The thing is, this is the problem. Black people don't write the checks. They're a puppet, right? Like, here we are, you know, you see football, mostly Black men are in football, getting concussion at a young age, but the white man's writing the check. Same thing with music. But they don't got no power. Black men got no power. That's why they can't make the change they want to make. So they use that little frustration of them being oppressed by white men. Because out of all the men, Black men are at the bottom of the rail, right? Like, it's all men, they're the bottom. Like Asian men, white men, everyone looks down at them. That they feel like they got no choice but to abuse their woman to feel powerful. To me, that's a sucker move. Black men need to check Black men, period. I feel like because it's not my job as a woman to argue against Black men. This is the same thing that we did when it comes to marching. I'm not marching for Black men because they don't march for us. Like, what is it? What I'm going to be a shield? You're supposed to be protecting me, and this is the problem. Y'all want,
but it's not a lot of okay. If Black women should be on the forefront because
think about it. What can I say to Tommy for him to respect me?
Well,
he doesn't respect me because I'm a woman.
But if y'all pull the support that you're giving that machine, then he would change that behavior. I'm talking about you may not, but it's a lot of Black women that do support. But let's be clear, when Tommy don't go out like that, when he went out to that event in New York, he got knocked in his face. He don't go to a lot of places. He go to safe spaces. He don't go out to festivals and events because men came up to him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you shouldn't do this. We have came out and said this, but I'm like, why should we tell him to stop doing it when it's women that's going to flock to his channel? I think that's counterproductive. Why would I continue to go? Because like I said, if he would say that towards Jewish women just on that podcast, if that was a Jewish person on the podcast, he would have been shut down. I mean, it would have been so many statements going through the wire right now, and he will not be live because they would have shut it down.
Absolutely. But I do think there are some Black women who don't know what it means to have receptive love, because I feel like we have been in a very tumultuous cycle with Black men since the beginning of time, that we are misconstruing what real love is, what real support is. And a lot of people don't even know that they're being abused. It's like a weird Stockholm syndrome. Like, I mean, I have my father in my life, and my father was always part of my life, right? Yeah, my parents weren't together for a lot of reasons, but I did grow up seeing or having my father to protect me, right? And also, my father also would tell me, you know, you got to speak up at the same token. But I do know how to be feminine at the same time, because sometimes you got to like switch it up depending on your environment, right? You move subtly. But then I'm from New York. We always do that. But I do feel like, I don't know why Black women support them. I don't know why. I question it all the time. I'm like, why? They have a lot of supporters. Why would I call into a show like Kevin Samuels, who don't even have what I want in a man? He's not married. He has a single amount of children. You think he looks fly. He's an old man diverting the youth, like, to, oh, be like me, bump these bro. Like, bro, like, look at you. Like, and this is what you are obtained to be. Like, he's not doing nothing for the community. He's not going to Southside Chicago. He's not going to Brooklyn. He's not talking to the youth to go and get an education. He's not trying to, like, they're not doing nothing productive to increase the generational wealth of the Black community. Since, you know, you do know the stats came out recently that we have spent $1.4 trillion, because we are consumers but don't owe anything. But yeah, our wealth has went down compared to any other race by 10%. But what are they doing? They're out here. The podcasting have gave these incels a way to have a voice, because white men don't let them have a voice. They couldn't do all this. What they should do is talk about how we can get more Black generational wealth. Be like an earn your leisure.
But my thing, you made a point. Is some Black women that like to be disrespected. Let's not act like the disrespect that Black men have not been historically disrespectful to Black women, especially now in today's time. When I was growing up, that's all I heard and saw disrespect towards the Black woman, unless I went to church and I saw Black women being uplifted. But in my hood, growing up in the south side of Chicago in Inglewood, I seen Black women being disrespected. But those were the guys that were getting the women, you know, they was getting them pregnant, et cetera, et cetera. So I mean, hey, I didn't see the nerve getting no poom poom like that, but the thugs, they would get it. I'm just saying, they would get a B, and next thing you know, she pregnant, you know. So that's all I saw.
But because Wiley, it's kind of like trauma, right?
Okay.
Sometimes you don't know you are in a horrible situation because you don't know what it means to be in a good situation. Because there's a lot of things that's happening, you think that's normal. Like, let's be honest, right? I remember when I was living in a different country and I met another Black girl who didn't live the same lifestyle I live, right? She didn't grow up in an area that had Bloods and Crips. She didn't know, like, you know, she didn't have to lock her doors. She didn't have to, like, there's a lot of things she didn't have to do. So then I was telling her, like, so we had totally, completely different lifestyle. Like, she lived in Delaware where her house doors were unlocked. I'm like, what? Like, I would never leave my house, you know, my door unlocked. So and even the way I use certain slang words, she will also down me because I used to talk the way I want to talk. Like, I know I'm educated, but when I'm around Black people, and this is why I noticed at an early age, there's different types of Black. Okay, like there's different levels to it. Like, I can't show my true personality around some African Americans because some of them grew a certain way, and they'd be like, "Yo, she's mad urban." But I'm like, "Yo, I thought we could share the same experiences, but we're not a monolith, right?" Some of them never been exposed. So when I was talking to her, she said, "Yo, Voice New York, this ain't normal. Like this, what you live in, how you live, this is not a normal thing." But because that's all we see is poverty and violence and stuff, that's ingrained. That's like in our footprint and our blueprint. That's all some people know. So if all you see for generation is the disrespect till it becomes acceptable, you don't even realize this is not the real ways of life. So I think they're so stuck on it. And also it's like acceptance. It's kind of like, you know, let's be honest, there's not enough Black men for Black women. There's not at all, right? A lot of Black women will remain single unless they're dated out. right? Like, we are going to be the head of the household monetarily in most relationships. That is something that's hard because why do I have to go through that? Why is that statistic?
Okay.
That's not fair.
Right.
But thank you so much for bringing this conversation forward. I love when you discuss this.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great day.
All right, you too. Thank you. All right, the number is 646-716-8447. We have a call-in show, so if you do want to call in, it is free to do. Anonymous, you live on air.
Wiley, hey, sweetie.
Hi.
Wiley, I don't agree with her putting her hands on Tommy, honey. Even if you don't like Tommy and what he stands for, nobody has the right to put their hands on nobody, darling.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the baby at the bowling alley, I love the baby, honey. But it was the hair pulling for me. They had no business pulling that boy's hair like that, honey. And kicking him in his face, darling. I hope he sues and get every penny that he can get, honey. You have no right to put your hands or your feet on nobody's person, darling. And that's all I wanted to say, Wiley. I thank you for having this conversation, honey.
Okay. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in. Thank you. Okay, okay. You done? You okay. 8045.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley. So, I'm a Fresh and Fit. I listen to Fresh and Fit. I don't agree with everything they say. However, they do help men better themselves in whatever way they think that is, right? Whether it's like self-improvement, that's what they call it, right? And I listen to their Money Mondays, where they talk about real estate, where they talk about crypto. So just when these shows go viral and people see these clips, everybody just assumes like that they hate women, especially Black women. Now, in terms of the Black women, I can't talk about, the Black community just because I'm not Black, I'm a Latina. But they talk about their preferences, and I'm not here to like speak on that, but I'm here to speak on the fact that they do self-improvement. Same with Kevin Samuels. I don't agree with everything he says. I agree with some of the stuff he says. But that's all I have to say. It's like they're not here bashing women every single chance they get when they're on their pod. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say this. So for me, you may be right, because I don't watch the full video of their podcast, because what comes out in viral is just drama. You know what I'm saying? Some type of drama. Right. Some they saying degrading towards Black women. This one calling the BBB. So I have to. So what you're saying is it's some positive stuff out of the podcast that is not always that drama that's coming out in the headlines.
Right. And I don't like Tommy Sotomayor. I think he's disgusting the way he speaks about women, especially Black women. And I don't like his female tendencies. I think he was totally wrong. But I also agree with some of the women that Shay should have never put her hands on him, period, or tried to, and he should have not reacted the way he did either. They were both in the wrong. And now he's beefing with Fresh, one of the guys from the pod.
Really?
And thinks that it was a setup. And I was just waiting. The moment he came on that show, I was like, he's so problematic. Like, I'm just waiting for the moment where he turns on them. And here we are. Yeah.
Really?
So that's all I had to say. I mean, yeah. And those guys, like I said, and a lot of their viewers and a lot of their subs, they are young men who have, I don't know if you heard of the, red pill rage. They are very they get really angry with certain women and how they behave. Like, I was on Shay's live because I follow Shay. I'm cool. Like, I mess with Shay, but I don't agree with everything she does or how she handles it. And I let her know, but they were all on there just like attacking her. I'm like, why are you guys in here? And they're like trying to defend Fresh and Fit. It's like, those guys I'm not, like, I don't agree with, like, those type of viewers and those, and they're probably like really young guys that are like angry at women who won't date them. I don't know, but yeah, that's what's going on.
Wow. Well, I didn't know he turned against one of the members of the podcast, saying that it was a setup.
Yeah,
wow.
He's beefing with Fresh.
Wow, he's
beefing with Fresh.
So which one is Fresh? The chocolate guy?
So Fresh is The freshest is he's from Barbados.
Oh,
He's
the
darker one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Myron, he's from Sudan, and he's a ex-federal agent, so he's trained. So then there has been issues in the past, like I don't know if you remember that viral video with DJ Academics where that girl pulled out a gun.
Yes.
And Myron was there, and then before that, like some other dude showed up to the pod, and Myron was like ready to go with his gun. So Myron is trained, and I mean, I think he does a pretty good job, at like diffusing situations.
Wow.
But they need a security metal detector.
I would say with that type of podcast, you need to be searched before you sit down and get to the mic. I think that's right. I think you need to be searched because of that. Because if they're not careful, somebody's gonna get hurt and they're gonna get sued, and they're gonna have to pay a lot of money, a lot of bread they got to do. So that's what.
And another thing,
mm-hmm.
Real quick, the producer from the show, he tells the girls, he sits them down and he tells them, y'all, like, don't look at the screen. You're gonna get clowned. The chat's gonna clown you. Like, don't react. They let them know. And according to them, they don't give them that much alcohol. Like, they'll give them a little bit of alcohol. Some girls bring their own little drinks and they'll be sipping. But from what I've seen, even behind the scenes, they all get told, they all get a disclaimer, and they don't have that much to drink.
So,
but Shay has been going through stuff. Her dad passed away. She did it live this morning, and she did say that alcohol could have been a contributor.
So do they do the after show? Do they do that on YouTube? What do they do the after show? Do it all be on YouTube?
So the after show's on YouTube, but sometimes they do like a pre-after show, like before the after show, back like what is it?
Like a
behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, where they're like prepping all the girls and prepping the studio, and they'll do it on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for giving me the tea. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get into the behind the scenes and watch it. I'm nosy because I really need to see, and I'm gonna come back and really give it a chance and just watch it. But drama do sales, because bringing Tommy Sotomayor is definitely drama. The spirit of that man.
Right.
That
and
man.
He has some good talking points.
Okay.
He does, but he just gets nasty when things just don't go his way, or when or when people disagree. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents, just because I do watch the show. I am subscribed to them, but like I said, I don't agree with everything, and I don't agree with the way some of their subscribers behave. Shit, even their their mods. I've gotten into it with their mods. People know how their mods are. Like,
what?
They be tripping on the chat. Yeah, like there's a whole subculture, for their pod, I feel like.
So they mods be going at it? Oh, wow.
The mods be going in on like people who, when they don't agree with certain things, they be going in on like even subscribers, supporters. Like, y'all chill out just because we don't agree.
All right. And you are
anyway,
a supporter.
Thanks, Wiley.
Of that. All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in. Okay. Thank you. Where we at? 0118. Calling you on air.
Hi. Thank you so very much for letting me call back in, Wiley.
Uh-huh.
I respect the last caller who called. Thank you so much for your opinion. And calling in about, their show and you taking up for the podcast. And I thank you too, once again for sharing your opinion, lady. And you were saying that you can't speak on Black issues. But this podcast right here is about a Black issue with this lady being disrespected. Okay, they do their little Money Mondays where they helping men out. That is not what we are discussing right now. We discussing these men that take their platform and disrespect these Black women. That is what we're talking about. See, he was very, very disrespectful. And you know what? Because I'm trying not to get hood. But he was very, very rude, very disrespectful, and they allowed it. They let this man on their show knowing exactly how he is. You see, it's so easy to call in and try to highlight their show and make them look good, but guess what? You can't do. Cover up the BS that is spewing on their show. Okay, so you feel good about their show. You want to take up for their show. You talk about that with your friends because that's not what's going on right now. What's going on right now is how they let these people still stay on YouTube with the platform to disrespect Black women. And I agree with what Wiley was saying. It's some of the things that we don't need to be backing up. You feel what I'm saying? And as a community, that's what we need to talk about because that is our issues and what we are going through. I'm not going to promote his show. I don't care if he do Money Mondays. I don't give a damn. I don't care. And you know what? Black women who support him need to stop supporting him. Black men that support him need to stop supporting them. That's just what it is. And it's just like the outrageous racist comments that are made on that show. Oh, we don't do the dark skins. We don't do the bonquishas. How disrespectful.
Wow.
How disrespectful.
They said that? Wow.
Yes. It's something about, oh, we don't do the bonquishas. And it's just, it bothered me because, to be honest, for you to say that you don't do the dark skins, baby, you don't do the dark skins, you're not doing the brown skins or the light skins. Because, baby, when you want against one Black woman, you against all us. You can't just say, I do the light skin one. No, you can't do the light skin one, the dark skin. And first off, nobody wants the unfit one or the little patchy hair one. Both of y'all look bad. That's probably why y'all really mad. Because y'all want these juicy, sexy, scrumptious Black women, and they don't want y'all. And that's why y'all really mad, and that is what is tea, Wiley. That's what's tea.
Oh man, we want to thank you so very much for dropping it on us, caller. Thank you so very much for calling back in. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Wow. Let's go back to the phone lines. 8027.
Hey, Wally.
Hey. All right.
Of course, you don't hear any smoke detectors. I'm calling back. I just got out of class again.
Okay.
So I'm calling back again. I just want to say that the men who I'll support the Tommy Sotomayor in the Fresh and Fit podcast, they obviously have deep-rooted self-esteem issues. They definitely have mom issues because I was taught that the way a man treats his mom is the way that he is going to treat you. So they obviously have some type of disconnect when it comes to, when they were raised. And this whole thing is just stupid and tired. And then I'm tired of this narrative being pushed that women don't love themselves and they come up here so that they can get treated like this. What human being do you know in their right mind says, hey, well, yeah, let me go over here so I can be disrespected and belittled and treated as if I'm just not anything like that. A narrative. To me, it seems like we come into a society that wants to just do away with women, period. On all levels, y'all should be disrespected. If we try to support the male podcast in any type of way, where you went up there, you know how they is. They just shouldn't be disrespectful. They disrespectful and they have self-esteem issues themselves. And this standard that they think they can treat a woman. Yeah, what? Real men don't even talk like that. Real men, it ain't no sweat off their back to be respectful towards a woman. Like real. They don't even indulge in that podcast. They don't even know these dudes' names. They don't even know who Tommy Sotomayor is. Like real men this don't even make sense. Nobody's going up there because they want to be disrespected. Nobody is going up there because they want somebody to treat them like they're not even worthy of just basic respect. And then I seen something where somebody else was saying, she hit him first. Shut up and get out of here with that. He was verbally disrespectful and he provoked that young lady. It's about time somebody went up there and knocked the mess out of one of them because the way that they did Asian Doll and that other little chick that was up there, Asian Doll should have knocked that dude out of that chair. They want to be slick at the mouth, and then if a Black woman say something that defends themselves. Oh, she aggressive. See, look, she an angry black woman. What are you, a weak black narcissistic? Can have your mom in your life. Don't even know if you a man that's sitting down there with a set of balls, a pair of breeches. That's what they are. That's how they are. A pair of breeches, because a real man, I promise you, don't even conversate with women in a hostile way. It's beneath them. It goes back to upbringing. It goes back to understanding who you are and what you are. Like, nobody cares about that little Fresh and Fit podcast. They getting viewers off of black women, the very people who they disrespect, the very people who they have no regard for. That's why I be so happy when the little Danny Lays and stuff and the Kim K's do them exactly how they deserve to be treated good. Because you remember, the yellow bone was more softer. She was less aggressive. She would be okay with me cheating on her. She's not a dark-skinned, angry black woman. They're easygoing when you cheat on them. They're so soft-spoken. And those type of women don't even fool with them unless they have money. So I don't care none of it. I be happy when those women do them exactly like what they deserve to be treated like, because y'all think the grass be greener on the other side. Then when you get over there and you want to leave those type of women, because yes, they are way more aggressive than darker skinned women when they realize, oh, I'm just another piece of tail. Like, yeah, you finna get cheated on, girl. You finna have some babies outside of this relationship. He finna be disrespectful and all that. Yeah, girl, it had nothing to do with your skin or nothing like that. That's the facade in the Kool-Aid that the society is telling you to drink. This pair of britches is not yet a man, like they say on Baby Boy, not yet developed. You are a baby boy. All of them. I don't feel sorry for Kanye, for Danny Lee. Then for the baby, he allowed her to put that song out and say yellow bone is what he wants. I don't feel sorry for none of it. I don't feel sorry for when he did Danny Lee like that. None of it, because they all brainwashed and things. You go over there to somebody that's a white people standard, then life is going to be better. When we are all human, we all hurt and bleed the same way. Like, that doesn't even make sense to think that because somebody's skin is a different color on the outside, that you're automatically going to get some type of better treatment while you sitting over there being toxic. So you telling me that y'all black men, some of y'all believe, well, she's a half-breed and she's light-skinned, so the stuff that I couldn't get away with this sister, I'm going to be able to get away with it with her. And then the moment that she doesn't live inside this little bubble that you want her to live in, oh, she's a certified side chick. Nah, she wasn't no certified side chick. She was certified your chick, and you wanted her to be okay with being cheated on. And just like any human being, it's not going to be okay with that. I don't feel sorry for none of them. And I wish black women, and I wish women, period, would just stop supporting that podcast. Unsubscribe, don't listen to them. Let all these alpha males, as they say, support their podcast. See, what women got to understand is our power. We trump men. There's more women on the universe than there are men. So that podcast won't go nowhere if we don't subscribe and we don't watch them. While they get to sit around and talk about black women like, oh, no, they don't know how they gonna come over here and watch us. That's just how bad they want some male attention. What universe you living in, baby? Because I know plenty of brothers that don't even when we can't agree to disagree, and they feel like they now gonna put themselves in a position where they have to be aggressive towards this woman. That's exactly what they're gonna tell you. Let me agree to disagree with you, my sister. And they don't mind saying that because they know that that's their position with a woman, that they ain't supposed to take a woman outside of that comfort zone where she then feels like she needs to defend herself against a man, something that God made us not equally in strength with or nothing. Whether you sitting up there arguing with the men or trying to be physical to him, he trumped you because God put that strength in him. And a real man don't take advantage of the power that God put in him, just like a real woman is not going to take advantage of the power that God put in her. And she ain't going to put herself in a position where a man has to put himself in a position to feel like he has to challenge her. This stuff is simple. Can't stand Tommy Sotomayor up there gonna disrespect that woman, talking about get out my face, you black bee. I'm talking about, I watched it on what's his name, Kingeries, when he was still calling himself Justin J 1232, and the woman was just trying to walk up and give him her insurance information. The first thing come out this being mad was, see, that's why don't nobody fool with y'all black bees. Get out my face, you black B. I'm not talking to you. I'm serious. Because he replayed the replay of it. The woman wasn't saying nothing. The woman had got her insurance information and was watching. You know, this is normal. This is what you do in a traffic accident, you know. You get the insurance information, but I guess a black woman doesn't have the right to say, hey, you know, there's an accident here. Let me be responsible and give out my insurance. Get out. I wasn't talking to you, you black B. See, y'all just keep coming over here talking to me. That's why nobody wants you, black B. Off the rip. I'm talking about, didn't get a chance to say, my car costs more than your house, you black B. And the thing that was most disturbing about that incident when he did that with his silly self back then, that woman was older than him. So not only were you disrespectful to a woman, you were disrespectful to your elder, you stupid dog.
Okay. Well, we thank you so very much.
I'm serious. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. They already act like they don't even want women on there. And then we got to take that. They want people to take. And then when you are a woman that knows your value and know your worth and know how you are supposed to be treated, then you sadiddy. And you think you all that. I'm not sadiddy and think I'm all that. You're not. I'm not going to go down with this disrespect that you offering. I would have did the same thing. I would have knocked the mess. Ooh, baby, please. They know who to have on there. Because I would have knocked the mess out of him. I would have. I would have, baby. They know exactly who to mess with like that. Because I would have, baby, he would have been everything under the sun. You sit up here and try to call somebody a B and then try to use your masculinity and holler over the woman like, yeah, sit in your place. Get down in your place because you know I'm stronger than you. I bet you they don't do that to no real men. Not now one of them. Especially that other one who support that show, DJ Academics. He hurry up and said stuff like, well, I'm not this type of brother. But you'll be real aggressive with them women, but you don't have that same energy for men.
Okay.
At all. Can't stand them. All right, Wiley.
We thank you so very much for your support, for calling in. Thank you so very much, sis. Oh man, that's good. Thank you. All right, you too.
They too disrespectful.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right.
Oh. All right. Okay. 9867 calling you on the air.
Yeah, Wiley. So this was, I know, 2 callers before. There was a Latina chick, and I think another African American lady called in to put her in check, and I just want to thank her for doing so. So, Wiley, when people who are not Black come in, especially Latina women, because she said she support them, but trying to justify the other segments of their show, it shows how complicit these women are who are not Black, but also want to capitalize or feel like, oh, because they're not talking about me, I shouldn't care about them. That's how it is in the community, right? It's interesting to see as well, because Latina women, not all but some, will think they're white adjacent and also think they're better than Black women. That's why she doesn't see a problem subscribing to their channel, because she's like, it's not me. Like, but yet you're complicit to their abuse. You're still supporting and giving their numbers. You're still putting food in your pocket. You know why? Because they don't care. But I'm sure Black women, if a Black man was insulting Black women or things of that nature, Black women would have been by their side. It's always like that with other women when it comes to us as Black women. And that's why I don't care what anything happens to any other community of women except for my own, because there's no allyship in all this little fake feminism woke stuff. With that said, while I'm surprised you didn't challenge her to ask her, has this ever happened to any of her podcasters or Latino podcasters of men that does have it? If it does, what would they have done? If Fit and Fresh and Fit, or I like to call them, one of them stutters a lot, no problem with stuttering, but the Barbados one, the Bayesian one who's not even good looking, and then the one who has alopecia or male pattern baldness on the top. If he has discussed about Latino women, would she still support them? Because she's naming things that no one cares about. That's not why they went viral. They went viral because of their disparaging comments against Black women. That's the discussion. Stop justifying what the other oh yeah, and that's like saying a wife know that their husband beat them, and they're trying to get out, and people are like, but he takes good care of you. He supports the children. He has money, but I'm getting beat. So I just go get beat because you supported me, so I should leave. It's like, so she's basically complicit. And they're mostly on black men's side anyway, compared to any other woman's side. Like all the other women who are not black, and including black women, some black women are mostly on black men's side. It's a weird thing. Oh, they have this. Okay, they teaching men how empowering men, empowering the future generation to be more disrespectful to their own type of woman or to women that they may date, which is most likely you. Like, stop the cap on this app. Stop capping on this app. Just be honest. If you have to say, hey, I know they talk about black women, you know, I get a kick out of it. My girls get a kick out of it, because that's what they be doing. Oh, keep keying, like, dang, I'm glad it's not me getting discussed. But until they get discussed, what would they do now? Instead of, she should have been like, hey, you know what? Like, I shouldn't support them at all because I'm going to take a stance of it. But that's all I have to say, Wiley. They never have our backs. But they expect black women to be, you know, coddle them with this, like with Sin Santana when she was disrespecting us. And then people were like, oh my God, Rihanna was like coddling her. And I'm like, why are you coddling a woman who don't like black women or who think they're better than black women? Well, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like Jada Kiss, like, what are we doing here? But yeah, all right, Wiley, that's all I have to say about that. Because when she talked when she came on, I was like, why are you even? No one cares. No one cares because you're white adjacent. Like, Dominicans don't think they black. So what are you talking about? And it's a big colorism in their community too. But we don't want to get into that too, right? So I want to know what podcasters who are Latina podcasts of men that talk disparagingly about Latino women, and if they do, what happens? Because I want to know. They all up in our business. I want to know what's going on in their business too, because I want to learn. I want to know too. I want to know, right? What makes you cry, right? Like Joe, I want to know. So that's all I have to say, Wiley. So
all right,
I'll get off right now.
All right, thank you so very much, man. Y'all,
you're welcome.
Thank you. Y'all have called in. I do want to say, personally, I want to say thank you to each and every one of the supporters. I want to give a special shout out to my moderators in the house. I didn't see too many of them today. I think I saw Teacher Shawan, but I do want to give a special shout out to all the moderators in the house. I do want to also give a special shout out to the producers. I call my people the producers, but we really having this conversation, and I do want to give a special shout out for all of the supporters that come here. I do want to appreciate all of the women that call into the show. We got a caller, 6028, calling you on air.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Karsh. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. You say your name is Parsh?
Karsha, like Marsha, but what?
Oh, Karsha.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Fresh and Fit, I don't deal with them. I don't like them. They, like the one lady said, they talk bad about black women, including with academics. They claim they will not date black women for certain reasons, and they're not black. They're from Jamaica. So, I just don't watch people like that. Tommy Sotomayor, he's pretty funny to me, what he say. He always say, bitch, this, that, and the other. And then he reminds me of a conservative black Republican. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? Because some of the stuff he say is politics. It's based off of politics. And yes, he did vote for Trump. And, he feels like black people should use their common sense when it comes to voting. Instead of voting for Democrats, vote for a person who's going to help you. So, that's Tommy Sotomayor. I listen to a bunch of men that talk bad about black women, but also I listen to a bunch of women who talk bad about black men. And so, but I feel like this. When I watched the Kwame Brown little clip with the girl, she's on there, and she's telling Kwame Brown what happened. And what I don't understand is she's on OnlyFans, okay? Now, when I look at OnlyFans, I feel like it's like a porn type of thing. I don't think it's like I think it's like porn,
Well, is that you have people that's bird watchers, you have people that do music, OnlyFans, but it's primarily is porn. Yeah, primarily. It's the big chunk.
So she said Tommy Sotomayor was one of her followers, right? Now, this is me. If he's a follower and I'm doing certain nudity things and he flies me and my friend out, Why would he not? I mean, if a man fly a woman out and he's a follower of yours on OnlyFans and you might be doing nudity, whatever, what do you expect he wants?
That's true.
And that's
Because
the
if I
problem with
fly you
women.
out, to my city, like we got to smash. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
We've been talking
But
about it or something.
But I think I'm gonna communicate that with you. You're gonna know before you get on that plane what we gonna do. It ain't gonna be no surprise. Right? Because
Right. She's saying on Kwame Brown's little clip that the vibe was off when they got off the plane and they were sitting there watching Netflix and he asked them, I guess he was ready to go have sex and she didn't want to have sex with him. So she claims that she slept on the couch and her friend stayed, with him or whatever. And then she's saying that she was watching his show for 2 weeks and she didn't like how he talked about Black women. Well, this is how I look at it when it comes to a woman like her. You have to respect yourself. You're using your body to make money. You're not, why not just get a job? You get what I'm going?
But that
You
is
have
a
to
job.
have
You're using your body, and I think it's a good job. And it's a very lucrative job because it's people that make six figures just sitting at home and getting in. Let's shout out to my girl. I don't know her real name, but I call her Vanessa from Bernie Mac. She's have her OnlyFans with her chocolate self. So yeah, she have OnlyFans showing her chocolate body, and I gotta subscribe to OnlyFans. So I just think it's a career, it's a job because you can make great money on there.
Right, like Black China, them correct. I agree with you, but I think as far as in respect, I think when he was talking about in general, bitch this, bitch that, what he was saying before the altercation started, I think she took it kind of personal. Like maybe he's talking about me, you know what I mean? And he was wrong for calling her a bitch. Period. But then again, both of them are wrong. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't nothing to get in an altercation or a fight over.
Right. For me personally, I am a huge component that sex work should be legal if you're 18 and up. I'm 100%. If you want to sell your yoni for a chicken sandwich or for $14.99, you should be able to do that and then pay Uncle Sam a percentage of the taxes. Because I'm that type of person. If I was a governor in my state, I will be the first state to decriminalize prostitution, and we will only own if you 18 and up. If you want to register and sell yourself, you should be able to do it with two consenting. Yeah, with two consenting adults, and then you pay a tax, and that's going to be a way of creating jobs and stuff like that. And then it also will help police not to pick people on the street because of what they're doing and stuff like that. So honestly, if I was the governor of my state, that would be one of the first. That would be in address to the states that this is what I want to do. Make it free. I will own a company where you can come in like a buffet,
like an adult production.
Yes, where you can get all type of women, and we'll do specials, a $2,000 special happy hour of just women and with men that you can get in. I think we'd be a better off society, honestly. When it comes to that, chocolate or whatever type you like and everything like that.
90 seconds.
And definitely you have to have your coins and stuff like that because a lot of women out here, they're doing it by themselves. And I saw one video and the woman said, "You have to pay me for my yoni. You have to pay me for my yoni. It's not for free. It's not for free," because the man didn't want to pay her. And I would have like a security force to protect the hoes. So just in case, you know what I'm saying? Or the women, I don't know if they like say that,
You'll be the
pimp. I'll be the pimp security force. I have to protect it. So make sure that you're gonna pay for the service because you got some guys that don't want to pay, don't want to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So
like
I was
Sotomayor. She said he didn't want to pay for it.
So that's why you gotta have.
He did.
Oh, wow.
On live, girl.
Go ahead.
talking about it. So he was on live talking about it about 15, 20 minutes ago.
So he had the
And
girl.
He was
He had the girlfriend and did not have the one he was arguing with.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
He the one that stayed.
Okay.
Okay. That's what she said on Tommy Brown thing. And then on Tommy
10 seconds.
Sotomayor's live, he was reading the text messages that she had supposedly sent to Kwame Brown. Right? So somebody lying because his text messages, he say it's her. Then Kwame Brown has some on his Patreon. Somebody lying. You know what I mean? But
She probably
both of them
smashed.
wrong-
I
are
think
wrong.
they all smashed, and she's trying to save face because she kept saying, "Yo, peen stink. It stink." So, she said, "So obviously, just admit that you smashed him and it stuck, and you put it in your yoni, and your yoni stuck. So just say what it is." Because she said it.
But remember, she was like, before they got the argument, she said he was on my OnlyFans trying to, sleep with me, and I didn't want to sleep with him. And then after they fought, she punched him in the neck or whatever. She's like, "Your son's penis stinks," like all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Someone lying. Somebody lied.
Yeah, somebody lied right
It's
there.
just the truth. Somebody is lying. But watch that Kwame Brown
Okay.
thing. It's 8 minutes. And it's about her, because that's what I don't understand. Okay, so she blocked Storm Monroe's, blocked all of his shit. Blocked all of his stuff.
I want to know why
From
she
Twitter,
blocked him.
Instagram. Well, because he said he wanted to do an interview with her. He found her name. He wanted to do an interview with her, and then she just blocked him. But then go on Kwame Brown live and talk about it.
Because she probably
what
wanted.
is wrong?
She probably want to smash Kwame Brown. But anyway, because he's, I listen, it's a hot mess. I'm just on the sidelines, just listen to it all. He probably, I don't know why she blocks. I don't know why she blocked Storm. Like, wow. Oh, she probably wanted Storm to pay.
Get on Instagram. If you get on Instagram, you'll see how he put up that she blocked him.
Okay, let me go to his
from
Instagram.
all these accounts and stuff.
Let me go to his
And then you will see the little video footage that he put up right on Instagram. And so her name is on there, but you let her tell it that Tommy Sotomayor got her blocked. Well, first off, Instagram do be blocking people like Facebook and Twitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
If you get too rowdy or you show too much nudity, they will block you and fine you. You know what I mean? So she could have been up there, no telling what, but she claims that it was Tommy Sotomayor that got her blocked.
All right. Well,
That's what she claims.
Well, we want to thank you so very much for you calling in, letting us know this. Listen, this is a developing story. I'm interested in watching the after show, the pre-show, the podcast, just to get some commentary because it's drama, just to come back and tell y'all what's going on. Because this is entertaining.
It is not about us.
Yeah, that's true.
The drama isn't about us.
Right.
So, it's about the two messiest people in the world. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, God bless you.
Thank you so very
much. God bless you, and thank you for taking our phone call.
All right, thank you so
Bye.
very much. Okay, let's go. 1838 1838.
Hello, Wiley. This is Mr. Duval in the building. How you doing today?
Doing all right, Duval. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You haven't heard from me in a while because I was just moving to Atlanta, so I'm here now.
Okay.
So I'm doing my thing.
Congratulations.
And so whenever you get here, I just get up with you. Meet you for the first time.
Okay.
But why I called because, like I said again, this is a common case of why we as a society, I'm talking about black people, why we so broken. Because why is there an audience for people like Thomas Sotomayor to disrespect black people and it's okay? When if anybody was to disrespect the Jews, anybody was to disrespect the Asians or any other ethnicity, they would get shut down. They would get their business shut down. They would get their career shut down. But with us, it's entertainment. It's like we accept, the disrespect and the trauma because we still traumatized from slavery. And that's what's sad to me as a society. I think we need to get to a place where we can start standing up for ourselves and start canceling people who don't represent Black or don't respect Black and what we are about as a society and a nation. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Yeah, you 100% right.
And I think we are at a point where we so divided by, somebody disrespect a Black person. We just have this mentality, oh, they ain't talking to me, so I'm gonna enjoy the mess. And that just only thing we're doing, we are particularly and we are continuing the stereotypes that society has for us. So we can't demand respect for other races when we don't demand respect from our own community. And so I don't know how you feel about the situation. I don't know if you think it's entertaining or I don't know if you think it's just, something that needs to be addressed from.
I think it's both. I think it's
society
entertainment because people are entertained. It's conversation. It's people are entertained, and it also is problematic. I don't think Black women are going to stop watching it. I don't think, and then also he got Latino women because we had a Latina woman call in. She said, "Hey, I watched the podcast." So I don't think it would ever stop because obviously it's a fan base there, and it's very entertaining when you are degrading Black women. It's a market for that. Just like it's a market to degrade Black people. It's a market for that. I shout out to Officer Tatum. I don't know if you watch his show, but
I heard of him before.
All of his show is just being anti-Black or against the narrative, against Al Sharpton, against this. And I watch it just to get another preview on another side. Some stuff I agree with, but a lot of stuff he is against. Just like what's the other guy named Reverend Jesse Peterson? That's another guy that's against Black people, and he get a lot of people. He get a lot of support.
I heard of Officer Taylor. He's a clown. I mean,
he get a lot, but they're buying his books. They're buying, tuning into his podcast. He gets on shows, so it's a market because white folks can't say a lot of stuff like that. They can't say it because they'll be saying right. But a Black person get away with a lot, and so it's a lane for that. Like if I were to come out and be just a Trump supporter and I would say Black people get off the plantation, look at the hood. I go in the hood and just degrade the hood, talk about this is what we Black on Black crime. It's a lane, and it will be a lot more white callers that, especially having a call-in show, you will see a shift. It won't be a lot of Black callers calling in. It will be a lot of white callers calling in and having their support, and they will back me financially. They will give big money. If I get a book, they're gonna buy it. All right. I'm in the airport. They're going to take a selfie. So it's a market for that. And we need to support those voices that uplift Black people and Black voices, as well as uplifting Black women.
But you don't think that's a problem, Wiley? I mean, that there is a market for us, our culture, for our people to be disrespected. There's not a market for Latino people to get disrespected. There's not a market for the Jews to get disrespected.
But we're not. But you know why?
We're not
right because we're not that unified when it comes to that. We don't use our public pressure. We don't have organizations to denounce that, and they shake. Like it was a time where when the NAACP will call an organization, they would get scared because they were like, "Oh my gosh!" But now I don't think we have an organization that have that power. Then the Jews have it. Once you get in the call from their organization, that somebody about to get fired, somebody about to get suspended, somebody about to lose some deals, and that's what you're gonna see Black people on there saying they sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you. I got they're gonna be in there apologize. Just like Whoopi, you're gonna for the rest of her career, she's gonna be apologizing. Because of what she said,
and that's true. Her and Nick Cannon.
Yeah, Nick Cannon going to apologize. She not only want Jesse Jackson out, he had to apologize. Mr. Farrakhan told him stop apologizing because you apologize so much. But But they have that power, and they're in very powerful lanes, entertainment, they and lawyers. They got very powerful people that financially support their organizations. Our people, our enemy is supporting our organizations, the Urban League, the NAACP. They are the big donors. So they're not going to really speak against people that speak against Black people, because the same folks that degrading us is your big donor. So of course you ain't going to call them out. So we have to do a better job funding our people and also supporting people that's uplifting Black people. And we have to do a better job supporting those spaces. But when it comes to people degrading Black people, oh, that's a lane. That's big money. And it's people that's making big. Look at Candace Owens. She make big money. And she's very critical of Black people. When she spoke against George Floyd and the stuff that she was saying, a white person would love to say that, but they know they can't get away with it. But they use that Black woman to do that. And she talked about that man criminal record and degrade him so. And she talked about the Black community. There's no way in the world a white person really can be that blatantly aggressive, but a Black person can. And that's why it will always be a lane for Black voices to down their community. You don't see too many white people degrading white folks, even though it's a history of that. It's not too many of them that will have platforms, a YouTube channel degrading white folks and degrading their race. I haven't seen it. If it exists, send it to my DM so I can see it for myself. I want to see it. But you don't see that degrading, talking about what trailer trash and this. I don't see that on a major scale. Even when white folks are wrong, white people still try to not really be so aggressive. But when a Black person do something, oh my gosh. You get them Black voices, also Tatum, Jesse Peterson, all the people, Candace Owens, they will just be on it, boom, boom, and they just went, oh, y'all are victims, stop being victims, and blah, 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 Yeah.
That's the truth. I mean, in the words of Remember the Titans, attitude reflects leadership. I mean, the problem that we have in society today is we don't have that leadership no more. We don't have like what they had in the 60s, where they're organized, when they had the civil rights movement, when they had Martin Luther King, when they had Malcolm X, when they had people to stand up for us, to be a voice for us. We don't have that voice anymore. I mean, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton try to do it, but for whatever reason, they fade to the background. There's nobody younger that could come in and be our voice and to represent us in a positive light, where if somebody was to disrespect our race or disrespect our culture, we can have somebody to stand for us and speak for us.
Oh,
see, they wanted Colin Kaepernick to be that, but unfortunately, he never took that mantle.
Oh no,
but he had the
he
opportunity
could have
to take that title.
And Colin Kaepernick could have one of his people that criticized him. They said, "Man, why are you not doing interviews? He don't do interviews. He's doing the work, but you have to also market your work." You know what I'm saying? Because people would say, like, you're not doing it. That's one thing that Dr. King was very strategic in, that he was doing the work and he also was showing you the work that he was doing. You saw it on television, because if they don't see it, then people up north will be like, oh, he ain't doing nothing. What he talking about? But he was so strategic in dominating the media and the television, and that's where he got the notice that he got on television, helped his platform. So if you're doing the work, you have to do it. And Colin Kaepernick could have done interviews, could have done documentaries. He could have really been, and I really think he could have got his job back if he would have been the face of his movement instead of other celebrities picking it up. He should have been the face of the movement. He should have been doing interviews. He should have been calling people to say, call the NFL to give me my job back, and et cetera, et cetera. But he had not done that. He still don't do interviews. I mean, Roland Martin been asking forever to come on the show, and he's always say no. So you're right about that. But thank you so much, Duval, for calling. I haven't heard from you. I'm glad that you settled in Atlanta, so I know you're gonna be calling into the show now.
Yeah, I'm here, and like I said, I can't wait till you do your station head. Cause remember, I still have a topic that I really want to get into and discuss. So I still try to wait for your station head platform so I can make that happen.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. No. Thank you. Okay. We got another caller here. Okay, 6268. 6268.
Hello, Wally. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Well, I first need to thank you for your show. I was very entertained with your callers' information. That's first. And I also want to thank you for telling me to watch Bel Air. I actually subscribed to that Peacock, to see the show.
Oh, you watched it? It was good.
Yes, I did. I even subscribed. I'm like, they need to give Wiley some money.
Okay, they need to cut me my check. When I saw those 3
all
episodes,
black. I love shows that's all black. And then on 50 Cent, he used to be a hustler. I love all his shows. But then this shows you when you're not hustling drugs, the struggle of just being out there. Oh,
yeah.
I loved it.
Like Peacock is good because what I got from it is showing you black excellence. Black people with money. Yes. They're now out here selling drugs. One is a DA, the other, the mother is the mother is a professor.
But the snootiness got to stop. And, hanging on to what this brother said, we got to get back into all of our civil rights, affirmative action. We got to start our own Black Wall Street. We got to stop making the rich richer. We got to make ourselves richer. We got to.
Well, we have. I think we have not just a street. It's so many black organizations. I mean, black companies.
Excuse me. Just because they got our color,
no. I'm talking about black. I'm talking about it's black. I understand it. I'm talking about it's like it's black products that's out here that black owned, that own a lot of high end. It's a lot of that exists. We have to start supporting it more. Just like I don't, like
buy black only.
Yeah,
and the dealers, they need to start selling us out. We need to connect with black farmers and righteous farmers that's selling us fresh organic fruits because it's clone. But we could go all of this.
Oh yeah,
on your subject.
But
on your subject, I want to quickly, before I forget, I'm old.
Okay, fresh and fit. Okay.
I want to quickly talk on this. Okay. Sex trafficking being legal, not sex trafficking, prostitution being legal. Let me tell you what that's going to do. You understand? What I feel is that if you are prosecuted, you should not be penalized you should be mandated to, you understand, have some kind of, instead of being thrown in jail and all of that stuff and all that. But let me tell you something. Just like they give the jobs out when they come available in the United States to immigrants, what's going to happen? That's going to increase sex trafficking if they legalize this prostitution. It's going to do what? Increase sex trafficking. And you will be for sure about that. There will be more people in bondage, with this sex trafficking. Like, make an example, people in China, when they have these big fine restaurants, people from their country come in and work, they be practically slaves. They have to work as slaves. So that's why, that situation, it should just be, you should not be inhumanely prosecuted if you are arrested. For all of that legalization, yeah. But you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't feel you should be penalized. If you are an American citizen and a woman, you shouldn't be thrown in jail and penalized. Nobody should have the right to do that to you. But as far as letting someone legally be able to pimp you, no, that should not exist, because that's what's going to increase. Independently, if people get arrested, they should be independently prosecuted, not sent to jail. You have to be safe, lady, be safe, if you do in this situation, because these are the odds of you getting yourself hurt. Not, you got to go to jail because you're selling. No.
But my thing is this, I personally think we can legalize it, because the reason why I say it should be legalized, because it's a market, just like OnlyFans. If we could be on OnlyFans and to strip naked and profit off of that, why can't the prostitute be able to profit, on what they're doing if it was with two consenting adults? Because it's a market for that. And I believe that it should be decriminalized. And we should tax it. Now, of course, it's going to be people in there trying to do all type of trafficking and all of that. That's why you have law enforcement. But I also think, and we will put more resources towards that, because then you will stop just getting just random people that want to do this and want to make some extra money on the side. So I personally believe,
just like the internet, we can't stop the pornography on the internet. It's still going to exist
because it exists. So I think if that market exists, why can't
pitiful poor? This is my reason. We're going to have so many pitiful, poor immigrants from other countries being able to come here and have to be pimped out.
Well,
You
I think in
understand? They wanna be
your,
pimped out.
well, again, we can't stop. Again, law enforcement have to do it. But if you look at Europe, I think in Europe, I believe I think it's legal in some parts of Europe. I believe so. I could be wrong, and I don't know I don't know if Nevada is legal. I think it's one part in Nevada. I don't know if it's legal in there. Y'all can correct me in the chat. But if you don't agree with it, that's fine. I think you're bringing up some good valid points. But
No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Wiley. And tell that lady before the call she gave some juice, baby. I'm getting ready to go look at Kanye, whatever his name is, Quanway Brown.
Okay.
That's some juicy information. You better follow up so we can get the juice. Bye, Wiley.
Okay. Oh man. We want to personally, I'm sorry, y'all. I got a phone call for some business and going to link up. I'm trying to get into another industry. And they booking me for an interview, and I definitely break it down to y'all in there because I'm trying to get into call center. I never done that industry before. I'm nervous because my friend, he works in call center and he drinks. Them customers begin. Sometimes I go to his house and them customers begin on his nerves, and he had to take a shot. And I'm like, man, them customers like that. I mean, they be cussing, they be arguing, I'm like, I think I do have the patience to do it because I take callers so much on the Wiley Show, and I'm not aggressive. I'm not cussing them out, and I'm very patient. So I think that would be great if I were to do the call center. I just want to try. I want to do something different. I know people say, "Oh, I don't like call center," but for me, I've been in healthcare for all this time, and I'm trying to get into another industry. And I said, "Hey, I'm gonna try the call center thing. So if y'all know any good call centers I should be applying for in Dallas, let me know that I can work from home. Let me know. I'm down for it. I just want to try it. I want to try it and see how it is because like I've been in healthcare for like over 10 years, and I want to try a different industry, right? I just want to try a different industry. So I definitely want to try different. Now my friend, he got a good job, and that man still don't give me the hookup to his job. I don't know why. But I'm just doing a different. Yeah, I'm computer savvy. I'm most definitely a computer savvy. Most definitely. Most definitely. I am computer savvy, and I just want to get into different stuff, man. Yeah. I just want to get into a different industry right now. So I want to see how it is, and you are to start your own home health business and hire people to run it while you do YouTube. I thought about that. I really, really thought about that. A home health business. I really, really thought about you how to find good employees. I have a friend that runs a home health, and he want to get out of it because you got to find good CNAs, and if they don't show up, you have to show up. And man, I'm like, do I really want to do it? If I had a good partner for that, I would definitely do it. But I live and breathe just entertaining people. Like I'm about to get into acting, like taking acting classes, because I really want to get into this entertainment business. Baby, I want it. Like I love entertaining y'all. I love taking callers. I love working in radio. So I love getting into it. So that's what I'm continuing to work for. That's what I'm continuing to put the business in there. That's I'm continuing to do that. When it comes to that thing, yeah. Do I have a resume? I have a resume. Yeah, I think I need to update my resume. Honestly, I have a resume. Yeah. But I really love entertaining people. I really, really love it. I really, really love it. I want to go to my first audition to like audition to act and stuff. So yeah, I'm doing me, you know what I'm saying? And I love the show. Like I can't even sleep. I'm like, man, I gotta talk about this on YouTube. I gotta go live. And that's how I came. I couldn't even sleep last night. I said, man, I gotta go live. I really want to come and do a morning show for y'all. So that, and then also I do YouTube consultation. Shout out to one of my students that I'm gonna teach them how to do thumbnails and stuff like that. And I'll be lazy to do thumbnails, so I'm gonna teach them, and I gotta stay on my thumbnail game. But I'm gonna teach them how to do thumbnails the way that I know how to do it, a simple way to do it. And oh wow, what's going on here? Okay, man, I might have to go back live. I'm getting some tea in my DMs. So I charge for that, and it's good. Like, I'm teaching you how to do thumbnails, and I'm introducing you to my show. Like, if you're, especially if you're a live commentator, I bring you on the show. I'm gonna bring her on the show. Y'all gonna see her, get into her personality, and I'm saying, hey, entertain, because you're gonna be in front of 200 to 300, 400 people, and this is the time for you to entertain. So you may get people to subscribe to you, and once they get used to you, they're subscribing. Then you got to make sure that you entertain on your platform. And one of the things that I tell my students, I say this, I say to people, I say, you got to be consistent. Do not pay me your money if you're not going to be consistent. I want to see you surpass me, because what that teaches me, like, damn, I'm a good ass teacher. I want you to be successful. Like, do not pay me your $100, you mean your $50 an hour, and you do not want to be consistent. Don't waste your money, because you see me, I'm a consistent person putting out content. Do I take 2 days off? Because I do preach that you take a break so you don't get burnout. But be consistent, right? But don't pay it if you don't do it. If you're not willing to work and put it, don't pay it. Like, why waste it? You know what I'm saying? If you know you're not gonna go on your platform and do a video at least 3, 4, 5 times a week, and do it. You don't have to be a long video, but you're just putting out content. And so we go over different strategies, stuff like that. So we're gonna say special shout out for y'all and for y'all support. They say, is Bay not doing the thumbnails? Bay mad at me. That's all I'm gonna say. No, Bay good. Bay good. Bay good. Bay good. Bay good. Bay. I'm trying to get Bay to move in with me. And I said, listen, we'll be a whole network. I try to send him. Let me stop. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm seeing y'all in the chat. Is Bayna? Okay, I'm reading that. Yeah. So, all right. I do want to say thank y'all so very much for y'all support. Thank you, because consistency is key. Like, that is key. Is consistency. Consistency in thumbnails is definitely key. That is definitely that way. And then be entertaining, like doing videos and listening to your folks, because once you get an audience, it's going to be a little easier when they send you stuff. Like, oh, can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? And do the research and go live. You know what I'm saying? And be very consistent. And people will flock to your channel. They will definitely flock to your channel. Like we just did a 3-hour live, and we had so many people calling in. So if you do a call-in show, that's great. But if you don't want to do that or take callers, you just entertain people and just keep doing it. And then eventually you'll be at that great, definitely way. They said Wiley. They said Wiley is always trying to get with someone for a relationship and free labor. Yes, trying to get free labor. Oh man. Yes. Okay. Have a relationship with some free labor. Okay. I would love that. Come on, give me some free labor. You go get some.